Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? Hey, it's your boy, Mindless Maturity. Hey, we got another episode of The Table. Hey, right now I got just one of my big homies, my big brothers on. I got one more I know that's jumping on in the few, but I want my big brother over here to introduce himself.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody out there? Let's keep them clean. Here just to break down some knowledge, man, and have a discussion about a very big topic, that's been going on for a while. And we want to hear how y'all feel about it because we're sure going to bring some facts. We're going to bring in some spiritual facts. And we just want to see how this go tonight because I think it's going to be a good night, bro.
Hey, I agree. Yeah, man, we're about to go ahead and get at it because we're going to be getting at this for a good little bit. We probably do like a good hour and a half. We just gonna see. We're just gonna flow with it. But hey, let's rock and roll. The topic for the night is there we go. Is monogamy the only option? I want to present this conversation because this conversation haven't been presented on the frequency that I believe it needs to be brought up on. So I don't know, man. I don't even know what I was doing, and it popped in my head. I'm like, damn, you know what? I need to drop this show before I forget to drop this show. I was like, man, we need to start this early. I was going to really lean on probably doing this topic actually later on in further episodes. But I was like, man, let me go ahead and drop this one because it was something that hit me. I just can't even remember what it was. It hit me. I was like, man, I gotta drop this, man. We gotta do a topic about this ASAP time. So I was like, man, I hit up the fellas on the messenger and I was like, hey y'all, man, we doing this. We gonna talk about this. And that's why we had to do it. It hit me. I was like, let's rock and roll. So before we get started, I'm gonna do something I usually do, but I haven't did it in a while. I'm gonna drop a disclaimer on here. Disclaimer is we are not on here to minimize nor neglect monogamy. Some people, I feel like that's what works for them. And with that working for them, I respect that. Give you a perfect example. One of my best friends, man, like me and him are locked in chain, you know what I'm saying, for life. He lives a very happy, successful, monogamous marriage. That's my big homie. We even give each other advice from time to time on a monogamy aspect and on a poly aspect. But we both respect each other's situation and we give each other the best advice based on our situation. That's and we keep it very unbiased and we keep it very mature. And man, I love him to death for that, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm always there for him as well. So the disclaimer on that is, you know what I'm saying? They stuff works. Keyword, it works. You know what I'm saying? He ain't stressing, he happy. I know he happy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who he rocks with. You dig what I'm saying? They rocking hard and they show results. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I grade. I grade on your results and what I can see. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole key of what we're talking about here. The goal is to get everybody in a successful, growing situation. As mature adults, we gotta put this in a perspective that it's not really necessarily about your feelings of how you feel right now. Because at one point I felt like I eat pizza forever, but now I don't change I changed my mind now because I have changed my diet. You see what I'm saying? So the goal is to get people to get familiar and get comfortable of learning and hearing something different. Not necessarily trying to tell people that are in something that is bad. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying for the ones that ain't there, you need to start trying to look at other options. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might not want to eat red meat no more. So when you stop eating red meat, you got to have another option to live and eat healthy. You see what I'm saying? So what are your options? What's going to make your life better? What's going to make your life successful? And we're going to go deeper into what are the substance and things that are attached to your life. Because sometimes everybody ain't just living just for them. Mm-hmm. So let's get it in. First section is going to be, man, I know a bunch of y'all, when y'all saw that topic or y'all probably seeing it now saying, man, why this topic? You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but I'm directing that to kind of most of my, you know what I'm saying, our sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of y'all shaking y'all head because, you know what I'm saying, that might put y'all in an uneasy situation. But hey, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this because I don't love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. That's why I want you to be in a better situation because we're willing to talk about stuff that y'all don't want to hear. Trust me, it's an easier role for me to talk about stuff that you want to hear. Because guess what? I ain't got to hear you complain about it. But due to the fact that I'm willing to talk about something that you don't want to hear, it's because I love you because we're really trying to get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to that next step and look at other situations instead of staying stuck in the situation that ain't getting you to that next step. So with that being said, my man, why do you feel like we need to talk about this?
So I feel like it's something we need to talk about because it's either two ways you can go by this, right? You can go by if you believe in the Bible, if you believe in spiritual, or you just living the way you want to live and you don't believe in none of that. That is a big issue too. So what I'm going to go over tonight is more on the spiritual tip and also to feed off of you or what you're saying, using more of my spiritual knowledge to break down what's going on. Um, so I feel this is a very deep discussion, but I also feel like it's something that needs to be talked about. And me and you, we're gonna agree to disagree on certain things. That's what a whole conversation is about. That's what we're grown
Facts.
about and we're mature about. So again, I'm gonna bring in the way I feel spiritually about the situation,
Okay.
and you're gonna bring in facts of what you have seen and what's actually going on in the world as we speak.
Right.
So we're going to bring that together and we're going to come to a great conclusion at the very end by both of our decisions, so of what we said. So like I said, I'm really ready for this topic tonight, and I'm going to let you go and start it off, and then we'll go from there. But again, I ask the viewers and the people that are watching this, you got to look at the facts of what my man is saying, and then at the same time, you got to ask yourself, are you spiritual? I don't care what your religion is. I don't care if you're a Muslim. I don't care if you're Christianity. I don't care what you believe in. Right? It's all the same in its own way. So let's have a discussion about this because, like I said, it's very deep. Let's go.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, let's get it. All right, I'm just gonna say real quick why I feel like we need to bring this topic. The reason why I feel like we need to kind of bring this topic into place, man, we gotta start realizing that there's there's another agenda for it's getting kind of to the point everybody, but right now we're just going to target one community, and that's the Black community.
Okay.
It's an agenda right now on us, and especially uh the Black man, because we have the seed. We have the abilities to multiply by planting different seeds. So we are definitely being attacked on that, because guess what? It's all about the elimination game. So
Oh yeah.
we having this topic because we need to try to survive as a community, as a species, man, as a race. Because dude, like, if we still talking that like just your agenda and not focusing on the bigger agenda, then the question is, do you really love your community?
That's
You
right.
dig what I'm saying? Okay, so this is my opinion why we need to have this topic. So let's rock and roll with the first topic. The first topic is, hey, what if versus what is? Okay, what if you can get that man with the picket fence? What if he's the man that can meet all your wants? What if he's the man that fix your ideal look? He's tall, he's this, he's that, he's this. Or what if he is the man that got that six-figure job? What if? What if? What if? Okay, now we got to start realizing that some of these what ifs will never be. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Some of these what ifs can
That's
never
right.
be. What if he can look at me and see his everything? What if I'm all he needs? What if he's all that is desired? What if I'm the only thing that drives him wild. Those are some nice what ifs, but the question is, can all those be? Before I dig deeper in that, I'm gonna join my big homie on. Here we go. Hold on. I got another one on. Yes, sir.
What up? What up, man?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? My brother. Hey, I'm gonna let
What
you
up,
go ahead and
thing?
introduce you. Hey, hear him, Keith?
Oh,
That's the
what's
thing,
going
bro,
on,
bro.
fam? Ain't heard you in a while. What's going
What's
on,
up, boy?
Man, good to hear you, boy.
Man, how you living, bro?
Man, I'm living good, man. I'm blessed, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know a lot of your news.
Yeah.
It was just there on Facebook one day. That's all. So I knew you was still alive then. That was good. I ain't pay attention to the news, but I knew you was still alive.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
still
I thought
alive.
you went to Mars or something.
Oh yeah, I'm still kicking.
Well, you got some beautiful boys too, bro.
Hey man, I appreciate it, fam. This is what this show is about. You know what I'm saying? Where we have something to teach them too, man, and our kids. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I'm with y'all both on that. I'm with you both on it. All right, so hey, man, introduce yourself to everybody, man, so they'll know who's on here, whose voice this is, so they can match it to who they might know.
I'm King Flex on Facebook. My name is Akeem Bay. If you knew me when I was in school, you know me as Anthony Adams. I no longer go by that. You probably already know that if you know me. What else?
I mean, you don't have to say anything else. You just introduce yourself. That's about it. You ain't gotta give them.
Nice to meet y'all.
You don't have to give your background. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to
Okay.
look you up like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They don't need no ages or nothing like that. We good with that. We just need your
Hey,
knowledge.
look, I'm
That's
single.
all.
I might have to shoot some ages out. I'm single, bro. Hey, look, we always campaigning for the corporation. You feel me?
No doubt. Hey man, but pretty much I'm gonna give you a quick rundown, man. We talking about, is monogamy the only option? Right now we are on the section of the what ifs versus what is. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying, I'm covering like what if the things that most people desire when it comes to a person, those things that we idealize, and we already have that default stature of what a person's supposed to be. So I was about to turn it over to Keith so he can kind of give me his what else, and then we can turn it over to you. You can kind of give me your what else.
Okay, dope.
All right, go ahead, my man.
Yeah, but so what you said about what if, that is deep too, because at the end of the day, I think that a lot of us go out seeking. I said this on the last show. I feel like a lot of us go out seeking that six-figure guy. These women do. I think they go out looking for a tall guy. They go out looking for these things that they want in their lives. And I don't think we're supposed to look. I think that a lot of people tend to forget about soulmates. Like, that is very big in our life. We're going out looking for certain people because of what the world and society is telling us about money, how we're supposed to live, our houses, our cars. And it's not about what if you can find that person. It's about what's supposed to be for you. And that's the problem, I feel. We need to wait to find what is ours, what I feel like God is going to bring to us. That's what soulmates are for. If you always asking the question, or you always looking, what if this guy can be 6 foot, or what if this guy, I'm looking for this, see 6 figures, or whatever that you're looking for, right? If you're going out and you're looking for that, 9 times out of 10, that's why our divorce rate is so high. We're looking at the wrong things, and we're not waiting for that person to come. So I think that's what's going on with the world, period, right now, because the way society, Instagram, Facebook, all of this stuff is making things seem. Everybody is chasing, especially women, especially our African American women. I hate to say that, but they're looking at, what social media is saying, how these women are acting, and that's what they're looking for. And we're not forgetting that I feel it's a higher power than that. And we need to start waiting for that higher power to give us what we need, not what we want. So, like, again, when you say, what if the ladies are saying, what if this and what if that, you're messing yourself up. You're setting yourself up for failure because your whole train of thought is wrong. That's what I feel about it. I'm going to let you go, my man.
No doubt. All right, Mr. Flex, get at it.
Really do. I don't really go looking for it. First of all, that I like how Keith broke down, like how he started that off. That was pretty good. That's like I don't go looking because we a lot of times we don't know who we are as a person anyway to know what we want with somebody. So we don't know the difference between our desires and our needs. So we just desire a woman with something, a big butt, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. We desire a woman who's very beautiful, but that's dope. But we don't even look at the basic stuff. Like it's like picking out a car. If you don't know the basic stuff, what kind of motor you want, this stuff got to work for that car to even move. So for you to be happy, what does she got to possess? You got to understand what makes you happy. And a lot of times we tend to run people off with, well, I don't want to run somebody off. Well, I mean, you run somebody off, then you just remove somebody that is not a candidate. But we got to know what we want. It's like I'm a vegan. When they turn the hardest commercial on, they don't run. It ran me off. I'm not going the hardest to go eat that big old meat sandwich. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. But I know not to go the hardest, so I slide to another restaurant that fit what I need. So when I'm looking for a woman, I don't know what I want, and I'm man enough to say that. I know what I need and what she brings, and she might. When you meet people, you gotta be mutable in your character a little bit. You don't want to give too much of yourself up, but you gotta bend a little bit. She got to, because you're blending lives together, and unless it runs smoothly, which is like Keith was saying, that's some soulmate type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you're really trying to meet someone that you're a little bit compatible with, then you're gonna have to give up a lot of the superficial. And when you just look at dates today, it's hard to find someone that you would say, "Oh, I want to date somebody like that." It's hard to find somebody because you don't know, and when you know yourself, you don't know why he liked her. You don't know why he treat her. What is it about her to make him do that? What is it about this woman that made him change? It's him looking at himself saying, "Can I make this woman happy?" And that's you only gonna know that when you meet that woman. Who you willing to try for? You're only gonna know when you meet her. So I don't really plague myself with trying to figure out what I want from a woman. It catch. That's the whole friendship part of it. Is the dating, to get to know who she is, and then you start asking questions relevant to yourself, so you can see her answer to see, nah, that'll get on my nerves. I don't really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But instead, we date for the physical. We don't date for the mental anymore. We date for the physical. Because we'll go to the physical, then try to get to the mental later. But you done already got the physical. You done already made it real. When it wasn't real before, you could have just tested it out. So going to look for something, and you finally get it, it's like the coyote. When you catch them, now what do I do with it? I look at relationships the same way, because that's what people do. I'm in this relationship now. What do I do with it? What do you see your life going? What do you like? People get married and get divorced because they haven't sat at the table and talked about how they see marriage. That shouldn't run nobody off. You got to bring that to the table now. Yeah, I'm dating and married. Oh, no, I ain't trying to take that serious. All right, we'll move. But instead, I don't want to run him off. Okay, well, you rather deal with him and then get what he is. He know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So me with the what if, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to do that, because nobody knows what they want. They know what they need or what they desire. And those things are blended together. Once they get it, they might not desire it anymore. But your needs will never go away. And this when people get lost up in that 20-80 rule, thinking, well, he don't do this for me no more. So they forget about the 80% that the man do good, and they focus on the 20 they get from somebody else, and they leave that man who is 80% good for the man that's only 20% good. Then realize when that man gone, that damn, I had it made, but instead of taking it in, they go outward and start trying to mess that man's life up. And vice versa. Men do the same thing to women. But it's all because I think they have something mixing their desires and with their needs together, and they don't know how to separate the two to find out what would make their life have harmony. You need to have somebody who's cool with you going to the club if that's what you like to do. If you freaky like that, you need to have a woman that's cool with going there with you like that. And so you don't have to cheat. You can just still be dedicated to your woman. Every woman ain't gonna be like that, and she's not a candidate for making you happy or keeping you happy. But nobody can make you happy, but they can keep you happy. But you first got to be happy, and you got to do what you got to do. Other than that, you're gonna make the next person's life miserable. So I figured, let me just meet somebody and see if I can be their friend first. If you can be their friend first, we can move to the second base. But I'm not leaving first base. Once I get to first base, I'm not taking my foot off the steel to get to second until I'm sure I'm gonna make it. and I'm gonna save myself from heartache. Just go through the dating stage. If they're not on your page, it's all right. Just go back and start over. But that's how I see it. I'm a little long-winded too, so you can cut me off at any time, bro.
No, you good. You good. Hey, do y'all hear that breaking up, or is that just me?
Yeah, I hear it a little bit.
I hear it, fam.
I tried to move my phone back. I'm gonna move my thing back, and I did, and it still was doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's you?
I thought it was, but it's still doing it even when I move it back. I moved it way back and started talking a little bit further back.
I wonder if is it me? Let me see. Let me mute myself.
Yeah, because when you started talking, that's when it started, doing that.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
Well, that's the thing. I heard it once he started talking.
Yeah.
Right.
When I said something, I did hear it.
Where's that noise coming from?
Mute my mic and see.
All right, hold on. Can you say something?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I still hear it.
Okay, I do too.
What the hell?
All right.
Oh, I want. You see, it's like typing.
Yeah.
Like some typing or something. Yeah.
Man, what? I don't even know where that's even coming from, man. Hold on. Let me see if I change my settings. If that does it. Well, if that does it. Nah, it still does it.
Still there. Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere on our connection, but I don't know how I would change that. My audio is good. God dang, what is that coming from? Let me check my audio real quick. USB live camera. I think I might find out. Yeah, I see. I think I could. What about now?
Yes.
Y'all still hear it?
Can you hear it? Yeah, I still hear it a little bit.
God dang. I got the echo cancellation.
Yeah, I just checked my echo cancellation was on.
Yeah, I don't know what's coming from then. I've never had that problem.
Because when it first came on, it did good for the first couple minutes,
Yeah. Dang, but like, I want. Let me try something. I'm finna try something real quick. Say something now.
Yeah.
Even when he's off, I still hear it.
Yeah.
Man, we just got to run with it and see if it plays back. Let me check my other phone and see if I hear it on the back end.
Yeah, check because you got it on YouTube too, right?
Yeah.
Check YouTube and see if it's making that same noise or if it's just something that we hear.
That is weird, man. I swear.
Hey man, somebody trying to stop this conversation, man.
Man, but for real, I didn't hear it because I didn't hear it on the last when I had 3 of us before. I ain't hear nothing. But for real, I didn't hear it because I didn't hear it on the last when I had 3 of us before. I ain't hear nothing.
Put their needs together. They don't know how to separate the two to find out what will make their life have harmony.
Dude, you can hear that shit on YouTube too. You can hear that shit on YouTube too.
Damn, yeah, that ain't good. Because people ain't gonna want to hear that shit for an hour.
Hell nah. Damn it, man. What if I take all of us off and jump back in?
Yeah, dude.
Testing. Say something.
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Still got that static, I think. Do you hear that
It's still that static there?
Yeah.
I hear it now. I don't hear it now. Say something.
Yo.
I don't hear it with you.
I don't hear it either.
Now let's join. Say something.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear it?
I don't hear it now.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard a little bit.
Now I hear it.
Yes.
Damn, I think it's you, Keith.
Oh, for real? It might be
me.
Let me get off and let me come back, bro.
All right. Yeah. You hear it now?
Nah, I don't hear it no more.
I don't hear it either. It's gotta be something going on his end. Cause he don't even hear that shit no more. Even the more we talk, I don't even hear nothing.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all.
Interesting. I'm gonna have him jump back. He about to jump back on in a few. But yeah, that's crazy. Like that was the first time that echoey, that tapping thing came in. Interesting. They don't want us to bring this information, but we finna bring it today. Out by damn, we getting this out. We go get this information out. All right, let's finna join them back in now. Say something now.
Hey, can you hear it still?
No.
Nah. What about you?
No, I don't hear it.
Yeah, it sounds good now.
All right, shoot. Yeah, let's get it. We
All
back.
right.
We back. Let's rock. All right. So everybody pretty much said what else were. All right, so it's really time to talk about these the what it is. That's what I'm ready to get on. All right, so this is what it is. The what is that we have a false perception on men, where we have this false perception that men aren't loyal, men ain't no good, men are not getting married. But based on the data, men are getting married at 85%. Men are getting married at 85%. Not only are men getting married at 85%, but black men are actually been getting married more than white men have ever since 1960. But yet we're getting this false perception that black men ain't getting married. And we've been getting married at high rates. But the perception is that we are the least of the totem pole when it comes to this whole being committed and being with somebody thing, when our numbers have been high since for damn near over half a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is this information coming from, ladies? Like, why is y'all saying we're not this and we're not that, when the data shows that we're doing it way better than y'all? And on top of that, we're doing it more than our lighter skinned brothers, you may say. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're killing it. So we gotta stop this whole emotional thing that black men aren't doing this and doing that, when the data proves that we are. So if the data proves that we are, and the data proves that y'all are not, where is the problem? Where is the disconnect? Where is the disconnect? The disconnect is the what is. The what is that if every man on this planet, and I mean every man on this planet, if Thanos said, hey, every man better get married right now, when I snap my finger, all the people that aren't married are going to disappear. Guess what? Close to 2 million of y'all black women going to be disappeared, and none of the men will. None of us will disappear. Why? Because there are way more women on this planet than there are men. There are way more women. That's natural. It is nothing you can do about it. It's nothing you can change. Natural occurrence that women are created way more than men are. Not only are y'all created faster, we die faster. So if we die faster, y'all are created more. That means when it comes to competition, your best friend shouldn't really be your best friend. She's your competitive. She's your competition. Y'all are competing with men for men, because guess what? If at the end of the day, if everybody had to pick one of your friends beside you ain't getting picked. If we're doing this monogamy thing, if we're doing it the exact way that y'all feel like it's supposed to go, then none of y'all, a bunch of y'all, and I mean a bunch, will not make the cut. You can't argue that.
And to jump in on that, so this has been going on. You asked what is the truth is that black men, and we know this, we heard it over and over again, black men has been attacked. We've been attacked since, the beginning of time coming over here. Slave, they don't want, they didn't want our household to be the way we were starting to do in the 50s and 60s when we started coming together and the men was in the house. And because don't get it mistaken, they made songs like Papa was a Rolling Stone and everything else back then. Men were cheating back then. The difference is that, and I'm not saying what is wrong and what's right. What I'm telling you is the facts. What was going on was, and I had a grandmother this way, was that, yeah, Papa was a Rolling Stone and he had babies over there and he had babies over there, but the women never divorced them guys. They stayed with them. So the divorce rate was hardly none back then in those days, right? Because there was no benefit in losing a strong, working black man in the household that was maybe paying bills over here and paying bills over town. They didn't want to do that. Society has changed it. The government has changed it so that sisters have 2 and 3 kids. It's worth your benefit to divorce and to leave that man and take the money that the government and what he is going to give you from that and everything that you're going to take that y'all built. So the attack on black men has been going on for a long time, and they have put ways to make this be successful. And the reason that our women are not getting married is because now that a lot of us brothers are doing what we're doing tonight, we're waking up and we're talking about the issue. And we understand that a lot of stuff has been a trap and a setup from the beginning. And now we're waking up to that trap. And we're deciding that, is it worth marriage anymore? We asking ourselves that, is it worth being married? Is it worth taking that chance of, any way you put it, a man has to mature. Any way you put it, we have to mature. We have to learn the issues and the ways and the things that we do. What's not, just like a boy, you have to learn what's right and what's wrong. Even as men, we have to do that. Back in the days, again, I'm not saying it was right or wrong, but they sat there and they let the man have time to try to figure out what was right and wrong. And there wasn't so much of a benefit of that. Now it's a big benefit. So we're choosing not to be married. We're choosing it's easy access to do whatever we need to do or whatever we want to do, whatever type of woman we want to do it with. So a lot of things has changed since back then. Now, again, I'm not going to blame my sisters for that situation. I'm just going to say that it's been set up that way because they didn't want to see us be as strong. Because now you're going into a whole different, deeper level when you start talking about, African Americans being in a household, training our young boys to be men, taking over jobs, taking over all type of things that's going on in the world. Now you're creating some chaos. You're creating something that they don't want to have. So the first thing that you do is you break up that household with those men and with black men and these black sons, and make our women feel like it's okay to say, I don't need them. So what did they start doing? They started getting a lot of education. They start getting these bachelor's degrees, these doctor's degrees, start making more money than a lot of us because we're getting persecuted in all type of ways just because of the way we look and our skin color. They started succeeding more than us. You can just go to Atlanta, Georgia and see that. There's more women down there balling and driving Jaguars, Mercedes than black guys can even think about doing. And they have so many degrees. So this is an attack on us as people. And it's also affecting us when it comes to marriage, and it's affecting us with our divorce. So I believe it's way deeper than just our sisters, or way deeper than us as brothers making these decisions and doing things. I think it's been set up from the beginning, and it's working pretty damn good right now.
Oh yeah, it is. They're pretty successful at it. To be honest with you, because it's gotten so bad to where, like, like this go sting a little bit. Most women that have ready-made families expect men to already come into the marriage ready-made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's one of the hugest problems that we got in our society, in our community. If you already started a pre-family before you met this man, and when you marry this man, it's like you tighten up you tighten up and you limit his ability to go through this journey to become a man, a husband, and an instant parent. You see what I'm saying? That's unfair to him to get room to breathe because he's already got to start on step 5, not step 1. So this is one thing that a lot of women do, and I've noticed it in every scenery, is that when you meet a woman that already created a ready-made family, you're you give a man harsher rules. You give him a harsher attitude. You give him you don't even give him the original person of you before you made the decisions you make to be who you are. That man needs to have the the original version of you, not the hurt version of you. And a lot of us get this covered up with pain and don't even get any kind of counseling or any talking to about the hurt and the pain and the trauma they've been through. So when they get to the next man, that man already has got to be on eggshells based off of somebody else's hurting them.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? Like, give me that same submissiveness that you gave that man that didn't deserve it.
That's right.
Don't give me your hurt, your pain for somebody else's decisions that was made. Don't tell me I can't be a man and I can't learn as a man and fall and pick myself up as a man because of somebody else's lack of decision making skills.
That's right. And my fam can speak on that. He's a single man right now, like, and I'm a single man. That's why it's not marriages going on anymore. You know, and like I said, fam can talk about it too because he's single. We're not accepting what society, and we're not accepting what people are telling us what to do. You know, I know what I want. I know how I want it to be. And if she comes with kids or whatever, I'm not saying anything about that because I have kids, but I know what I want. And I'm not finna take an attitude. I'm not finna take half of you, 50% of you because of what the next man did. And that's cutting out a lot of women because that's why I get married. Because when we see that, we running, we letting that go. So I know that's what I do, and that's how I feel. And if I have to die alone without dealing with the pressure or the attitude or whatever comes with that person, I'm not going to deal with it. And that's just me.
I agree with both of y'all. I think like to add to it, sound like a parrot. Getting married, man, I just think that we got to be selfish as far as what you want, and if that person, you got to be honest too. At the same time, it's like I know what I want. Like I know what I want in a woman. Like, and if I feel because it's this my life, I'm the GM or this life. You feel what I'm saying? I run this life. I'm
That's
the
right.
CEO, the CFO. I run this whole operation. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm merging my company with somebody else's company, my company needs to be in good standing. And if I'm bringing somebody in, I kind of got to have a description of what I want, what I need to fill that position. I don't give a damn about the woman herself. I just need it can get even smaller. It can get even smaller because what you want, you will attract to you
Mm-hmm.
once you stop seeing everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I look at IG models, I don't even judge them no more. I be like, that's a nice ass.
Mm-hmm.
And keep moving.
Yep.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
damn, she bad. You feel me? And keep
I
moving.
dig it.
Bird watching. You feel me? But I think that we don't really understand as far as I don't think it's not really so much marriage. Marriage is family.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we think that at 18 the family leave. No, they leave when they're ready to run their own
Mm-hmm.
establishment. You feel what I'm saying? When they're ready to build what you got at home from where you built it at, that's when they're ready to go. We kick our daughters out, send them out here to the street, and expect them to do something that we ain't showing them how to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these fathers have not dated their daughters from 10 years, from 10 years old up to she meet her first man. So you don't coach her in situations that you put her in the same situation that you can think of that she'll be in, that know how to say no and why she's saying no or why she's saying no, I ain't doing it. She already up on game, and she can start to see right now how to see what a man wants, because what you want, you gonna try to get it.
Yeah.
Then your sons, you can tell your sons the same thing. We hypocrites. I would personally never tell my son ever it's a good idea to marry a woman with children, and that's nothing bad on that woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I'm asking him to carry a burden he don't have to carry.
That's right.
So I wouldn't want that for him. Not that I would shun him when he did that, because I would already taught him how to assess his his assets and his losses. You know what I'm saying? I would already taught him how to do that. And during the relationship, that's the first place you do that. That's the first place you do is assess yourself. What is your true value? I personally couldn't go to no woman that made 6 figures and feel confident. I really have to date her on eggshells, really be myself and really not really know where it's going for real. Because I really got nothing on that table big as her money. If that's what she desires, then please remove me from the table. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you desire, like if you desire me to be there, you're gonna wait on me and show me how to get there. Yeah, now we be talking. Because you can do something for me. I do recognize that you do have that ability. But what do you see me? What do you want in a husband? What do you want in a wife? How do you see cleanliness? If something do you got this should be done over steak and potatoes. You feel me? And a glass of wine. While y'all dating, before you get into that other stage, you already know what it's gonna be like. When last time you had sex and it wasn't hitting? Just because you were looking for something else that you didn't get it, that may have been bad, but you ended with something. We ain't got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You ended with something, but you got to know what you want and what you desire. What happened to Key?
I have no idea. I had no idea.
But
He probably hit something on his head. But go ahead, I'm listening.
I think that with anything, I'm gonna liken it to a job description.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When somebody apply for a job, they get a full description. When they get that job, there's no surprises.
True.
What do you mean? I gotta clean the bathroom. Yeah, you applied for the janitor job. That's part of the job description. Didn't you read the job description? That's what they always say at those jobs.
Oh yeah.
And then people like what they say the same thing. Well, baby, you met me in the club. You know I like to go to the club. Yeah, but I expect you to change. We never discussed that. So that was never agreed upon. And that's not really respected amongst a lot of people. And I can't remember if it was you or Keith who said, "Welcome back, brother." I can't remember which one of y'all was just talking about the dating women after they done gave all this man they love you, did it wrong with that same thing. I just had a conversation today.
Yeah.
I was like, because we were talking about this lady said she wanted some type of man. I like, that's me. I'm a lovey-dovey dude. I'm opening the door for you. And I'm holding hands. I'm bringing you flowers. That's me. That's who I am as a person. If that, Sean, get away from me. You feel me? But I want you to love me the way you. This is how I want to love you in my own selfish way, and you have your own selfish way. But at the same time, I'm not neglecting your needs because I give you what you want. Because I'm damn sure gonna ask you. I don't like to play guessing games. If I gotta do that, yeah, I'm not the one for you. Yeah. But I was talking to her about that, and I was like, "That's me. I do that." And she was like, "We went on a little bit," and then she went on to say, "It's crazy. Like women, they know that you're a good dude when they meet you. They know that off the rip that you're exactly who they want to settle down with. But they try to bird feed you, and then when you gone, they want to come back when they done been heartbroken." And I said, "And I don't do burnouts." And somebody asked me what a burnout was, and I said, "A burnout to me, because my only definition matter is me. I'm the CEO of my life. I can label whatever I want to label. A burnout is somebody who done gave they all to a man who wasn't worthy of the love that she gave him, and then she want to come to another man and half-ass him and not give him the same thing."
Right.
But it's only because we see relationships in a bad way. Oh, he broke my heart. Oh, he cheated on me with my best friend. And they don't even see the blessing in that. You no longer have a backstabber on your side. You're no longer sleeping with a dirty man.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
Nothing happened to you. Something happened for you. So you take that life lesson and you realize, okay, what did I learn from this? This is the part where you're supposed to be away from people, not dating nobody.
That's right.
And you learn from that, and the next time you date, you'll realize those people will be attracted to you, and the universe gonna test you to see if you can make it to the next base. You on first. He looked away. You took off running. He didn't see you. You got the second base. Now you got to get the third, though. Because you only got one sack fly chance to get home. You feel me? And if you don't judge right, you're going to be out at third. It's hard to feel third. And that's how relationships they get serious. But now you got to say no to something that you used desiring, your body saying, no, you want that. But your mind got to know to say, no, I don't want that. I told myself I don't want that. I'm learning to move forward. So you leave that alone, and what you want will drop right in your lap. I'm a living testimony, even though I can't put the cap on my testimony yet, it's still going in that direction.
Right.
But if it be, it'll be. What's mine is already mine, and when it's time to be in my possession, I'll receive it.
Right.
So while dating, I know it ain't mine by being honest with myself. But being honest with yourself, you got to know what you want. And I'm not taking no burnouts.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to burn your motor out again for me.
So yeah. You better give me, man. You better give me everything.
I want going hard for me too. I want you to burn. Don't you drive on slow. No, I want you to 0 to 60 me too. Because if I see you getting stressed out like you were last time, I ain't gonna let you do that to yourself.
Right.
That's the difference between me and him. You gotta let me get to that stage before you even know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's the risk you gotta take. And if you weren't about the risk, then you ain't no true investor.
Absolutely. You haven't really assessed the situation long enough for you to be laying up with somebody.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the stock market. You think the stock market really affect somebody that just put pennies and nickels and dimes and dollars? No, you don't cash and make that paper until you really start putting some money in it. When you really start dropping 5K, 10K, 15K, you know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta drop that paper if you want to have that quick reward. You know what I'm saying?
Which means you gotta take a chance on a loss.
Yeah, you got to. That shit should be already invested in yourself that way. If you don't invest in yourself that way, then man,
I like how you talking.
Yeah,
like I'm picking up what you're saying. I was like, when you're saying I'm picking it up. Man. You're saying that like somebody be dumb to go invest 10,000 on something. That's how people put 10,000 on it. From their standpoint, that lets you know that you don't know enough about the situation to put it all out there.
Exactly.
And the fact that you know the value of your money to say I can't put 10,000 out there because what if it don't work? Well, that ain't him. He don't look there. He know what he want and what he need and how he feel.
I'm gonna tell y'all some real 1,000 shit. Me and my wife got married within 3 months. Within 3 months. It didn't take me long. Matter of fact, our first date, I got it. You see what I'm saying? Right. I got it. So what I'm telling people, and we still together.
That teach people,
and we still rocking hard. Why?
That whole mindset that I like how you killed that mindset. That whole you can't give it up on the first night. You give it up when it feel right,
bro. Let me tell y'all something. I want everybody, whoever watched this, pass this to your friends that dating dudes and they taking their time. Let me tell y'all something. During the time frame before I picked her, like she already knew this. I had 5 on the roster, right? One of them, she was number 1, and when I met her, I put her at a close number 2, right? But what jumped her to 1 was this. When number 1 was number 1, she was too cautious. You know what I'm saying? I was asking her those questions. Hey, how many kids you want? Hey, when do you see yourself getting married? Because I'm about ready. I'm about ready now. I know what mind frame I'm in. I know what I want. I know what I need. She kept tiptoeing. So when I met Trish, it was, this is what I want. She said, this is what she want. I said, hey, you agree to this? Yeah, I'm with that. All right, we cool with this? Yeah, I can handle that. All right, cool. What moves we need to make? And moves was made. Agreements was understood. It wasn't no fairy tale. It was 2 grown-ups saying exactly what they want, selling exactly what they need. Say, hey, you can handle that? Yeah. Can I handle what you bring to the table? Yeah, cool. We understood. Let's rock with it. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no lovey-dovey. It wasn't none of that shit.
Nah. See, fam, what it is, fam, is that, and I was talking, and it's crazy because I was talking to a woman about this about a month ago that was dating a guy, and they've been dating for like about 8 or 9 months. I said, let me tell you something. I said, because I don't learn a lot of knowledge of some of the shit I've been through. I said, I'm just going to be real with you and shoot you some shit as a man, just telling you a little bit about secrets. If a man is waiting that goddamn long to be with you and he's telling you that you're everything that he wants, it don't take no damn year to figure out that you want somebody to be your wife. It don't
Right.
take long at all. You
Not at all.
automatic know, bro. We both know this, right? We know that when you with that person, you ask certain questions to fit what you need in your life.
Right.
It's just a grown sitting down conversation. I hate when people make it so hard. It's not hard. It's not really
It's a
hard.
fear.
It's a
Matter of
fear.
fact, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But
Let's go.
y'all ready to go to that next topic? We can
yeah.
just roll right into it then. All right.
Yeah.
It's the fear.
Yeah.
It's the fear factors.
Yeah.
Especially, oh man, like this is where I've been. Us black men, this is where a lot of our brothers drop the ball at. Cause they so scared to lose it. They scared to lose the pussy. They scared to lose that woman. Instead of them holding their nuts and saying, hey, this is what I expect. Hey, this is what I want. Just like they do the same thing to us. They're gonna tell you what they want.
Yep.
Women will be like, I don't want you to lie to me. I don't want you to cheat. I don't want you to. Okay, cool. I need this. I'm gonna need that.
Yep.
I'm gonna need that probably once a month, once a year. I'm gonna need this be happening. Like you gotta match their demands, but we fall short in matching those demands because we too much in the agreement zone. We in the agreement zone of what their demands is instead of you throwing them some demands and making sure they can rock with my demands. And once we done discussing the demands, we need to write those demands down and have an understanding on paper too. You know what I'm saying? Like the goal is for us to really start putting women in check, man. We put them on pedestal instead of putting them in check to really understand this is the stuff I'm gonna really need. I'm gonna need this kind of room and space in how I'm gonna roll. I don't need a woman that's gonna be mad every time I speak to a female. I need room. I'm gonna run a business. I need to have when women call my phone, I don't need to be scared to answer my phone. I'm not finna be sitting here walking around as a man in paranoia, and I have to prove things to get where I need to get to as a man in my life. So men gotta start addressing that stuff up front. If you're gonna be like this ain't finna work.
And I'm gonna feed off of that, like with the fear factor, right? Cause so it's like that's why marriages don't work. You know,
right?
That's been in marriages because it's a fear factor there. Somewhere down the line, we lost our balls and we turned into beta males, right?
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't alphas anymore, and guys got to realize that you can be married in a relationship and be a damn beta easily. Okay, your alpha sometimes can be taken away from you when you get married because you're so willing and so easy to let a lot of shit go and be so scared and have fear of the way things are going to happen if you act a certain type of way, right? That's the main thing when it comes down to, and I'm gonna break this down too. And like I said, my fam, he's single too, like me, so he can break this down. When you're courting and you're talking to a woman, and you can have 4 or 5 women, whatever you choose to have, you can have one you talk to, and you can't have fear. That's what I've learned the most, right? Because that's what starts a relationship off. When I go back and I think about relationships that I've been with, even in the beginning of the dating, I had fear there, meaning that I didn't want to express or tell things or be a alpha male about certain situations. And that shit came back and haunt me years later. Because in the beginning, I didn't put down the rules and put down what I feel was right to make me a man in the future in the household, right? So that's a fear that you have there. You can't have that fear there. What I've learned with women that I've been talking to lately, because I talk to a group of women, I talk to a lot of women. So what I tell them is what I demand and what I feel and what I want in my future. And can you handle that? As soon as me and you talked about it last show, as soon as that woman stutters or tells me that she can't go with my demand, brothers got to turn into alphas right then and cut that shit. It's no reason to keep fooling with that female just because she got a big ass. All right,
yes, sir.
Let that shit go. And you know what I done figured out? When you let that shit go, they come running back because they realize that all of those dudes in the street was fake ass dudes. And them dudes just wanted ass. And finally, I talked to a brother that was real with me day one and told me where he's trying to go, what his purpose is, what he's trying to do in life. I think I might need a rock with this brother. And guess what? We'll get the ass faster than that brother out there that's caking and been a beta male. You know what I'm saying? So guys need to think about that shit and quit having fear. And because that fear will hurt you in the long run, even if you marry that woman and have kids with that woman. Please believe that problem or that fear that you have will come back and bite you in the ass. And
Oh
guys need to
yeah.
wake up from that shit.
Oh yeah. It's gonna definitely bite him in the ass. All right, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, there is like a fear factor, like you're gonna lose something. You know what I'm saying? But I used to always say, you know what I'm saying, depending on whatever age I was at, that I'm that age, and you know what I'm saying, I'm in that many years without you, I can go that many more. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta really, but that's knowing yourself, knowing that your own value. You know what I'm saying? Like those type alpha males know their own value. A beta male is just a man who don't know his own value.
That's right.
They don't mean he'll never be an alpha, because we're forever changing. You feel what I'm saying? A butterfly was once a caterpillar. You know what I'm saying? But then it went through its stages. And a lot of times we leap those stages, which is personal stuff. We got to understand who we are as a person. And then we have crisis because we don't hang around the same friends, so we don't have the same influences. And now what used to make us happy don't make us happy anymore, because we didn't realize that never really made us happy. That made our friends happy, which made us happy. But now we're not friends, so I ain't even tied to that no more. So what makes me happy? Then we be lost, but we still trying to date, trying to find that same thing that got you last time, which was the friend energy pulling out for you to blend in and be a good friend, but you don't even know who you are yet. You know what I'm saying? I think that kind of hurts us as males, because we have testosterone. You feel me? And the first time you feel it, it changes you. The first time you ever have to get into a fight and you hit somebody and it do damage, and you like, damn, and you were scared, and now you ain't scared because you know what you can do with your hands. It do something. It changes you. Like, damn, if you have a decision to make, I can be a badass man. You know what I'm saying? And you can walk around with the ego, or you can humble yourself and feel good. You know what? I can defend myself. Two ways to look at it, and just knowing that, okay, I can defend myself. You're no longer scared, so you're not really a beta male. At that point, you'll start doing what you want to do, and it's nothing to tell a woman, well, you ain't really my type.
That's right.
Well, you try to holler at me, yeah, because you look good. You feel me? I thought I wanted a Porsche until I drove one. I don't like how I drive.
That's right.
You feel me? But ain't nothing. But well, you took me, yeah, because you had already decided that you wanted me. But you know we dating, and I haven't gave you no agreement. When you make those decisions, women got to put what they want on the other side. Because if I'm still dating, you don't fit that criteria, but we still vibing. If you let me get to second base, you gonna let me get there, and I'm gonna get to second base, and you gonna throw me out, y'all.
Yeah, that's true.
If you throw me out, I respect it and take my head back to the dugout, and then get out your way and let you deal with the next battle.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And we take that so personal. We got to be like Keith said. We got to be willing to say, you know, what I'm saying? Like, man, I God honest truth, man. I talked to this chick, man. She's so damn fine. She live in Tallahassee, bruh. She is so fine. If I show you her picture, she got thick, but she's so damn demanding, bruh. I'm like, who you deal with? And then as soon as I said it, we was on FaceTime. She said, "Oh, Ken, don't act like that. You ain't a warehouse job, and you ain't nothing but an inventory man, and da 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 da."
Yeah.
I like, yo, but with me being that, who are you for me to
That's
submit?
right.
Like the way you want me to submit, the with me being all that you just called me.
Yep.
Who are you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna give and take. I love to give. I love to do. That's my love language. See, I like to know people. Me and my daughter's mother, we ain't together, but we tried.
Right.
We came to the understanding that in order for her to be happy, I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because I'd lose myself. And in order for me to be happy, she wouldn't be. Because she
Right.
lose herself. And we humbly walked away from each other. And
Right.
when we started dating, we talked about it. We said, I told her, I said, hey, I'm talking to somebody. And I'll be at her house on the weekend, and I want her to meet Lyra. But I don't want to do that until you meet her. So you'll know who she's around. So if she come home and she say something, you'll have a kind of understanding like who she even talking about. And you can bring it to me so I'll know. I'll never judge you for saying that she said somebody did something to her. I'm always going to take whatever you said she said, and I'm going to run with that because this is protecting our child. Period.
I dig that.
And then we did that. And now the chick that I was with, don't understand. She thought that I still want to be with her because of the respect level we had for each other.
Yeah.
So when I broke up with her, that's the only woman I let meet my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I never met another. But then she got into a relationship with a guy. She returned the same thing. I talked to him, told him where my toes was at while we dancing. That's my baby girl. That's my daughter. I'm raising her. So I gave him my definition of what I mean raise. I don't
Right.
want you to avoid her, make her feel like something wrong with her, because in a way, me and you working together to raise her, because you'll spend more time with her than I will.
Right. Right.
Every time I gave him my phone number, told him to call me if there's any things that way. I don't want you yelling at my daughter. I don't want you popping my daughter. I don't want you whooping her. I don't want you doing this, that, and the third. But I got to give you the playbook, don't I? So what do I do
Right.
when I'm in that situation? You call my phone. I'll tighten the ass up right now.
Right.
You ain't nobody skipping a hop. I can be over there. But she not a bad child. He not a bad dude. He a good dude. I do
Right.
talk. I see his son when I'm over there. I say, "What's up? How you doing?" Da, da, da. Ask him how he doing,
Right.
and just keep it cordial.
Yeah.
But people who like this, man, I can't do that. That's why you shouldn't be dating.
That pride and jealousy, man. That pride and
Right.
jealousy, bro. Pride
But
and
what?
jealousy.
But what's at stake is my daughter's mental health. If she's living in a dysfunctional family because her dad is breaking it up, but all she see is her stepdad and her mama arguing all the time. She start thinking about her mama. Maybe her mama ain't nothing. My daddy couldn't keep. Mike was good, man. He was straight. Chris was all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Travis was good, and Roger was pretty dope. But they all left. We're not seeing her daddy the problem.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I dig it.
And then she start meeting men like her daddy. Then she get one and really can't take him. Ugh. But she seen her father in such a different light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want my daughter. I want they men and folk love each other. They be hugging and kissing, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they be at the sports game or whatever, and then she'll do something, they be hugging, they be kissing. That's beautiful to watch, bro. And she get to see it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? My daughter don't even know me and her mom used to be together.
Yeah.
But I got pictures for her when she get older now. I show her. Your mama's a good woman. Listen to her. She give great advice. That lady had sex. She got in college her first year. Taught me how to date women. I ain't know how to date no woman. Bro, I came up out of Enterprise, Alabama. You know what we were doing.
Yeah.
I ain't know how to date no woman. Maybe me date her. We ain't been on no date. What you mean? I came and spend all the time with you. You haven't taken me nowhere. What you mean? I've not left my apartment. Man, I brought food over here. Bro, we got movies. I ain't know nothing about no date, boy. I had to plan a date, go out and do them. Then she really appreciated it though. That's why I got like out of it. Like, damn, it kind of opened up a door for me. Like, ooh, that made me feel good. Oh man, I'm only gonna date women I can date like they got it. And that's why I started dating women that can respect themselves. Even them, they full. Some of them full of it, but they ain't no full of it than I am.
Yeah.
I'm full of it for following it, knowing they full of it, or not knowing what I want, and then going out and be mad when I found something I ain't know what you're exploring, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Get man, when you find fire, you got burnt. Oh man, ain't know it was hot. Okay, well, you can't be mad at nobody.
Hey,
Next time, do a little research.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You can. I'm done. I told you I'm long-winded. I'll talk.
Hey man, you said good stuff, so I was just listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like shoot, you taught me a lot about you that I didn't know. So yeah, I can see your growth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Keith, you got something to say, my brother?
No, that's it, man. That's all I was saying about the fear. I just feel like that's what's going on with us men in our relationship. You know, I think it's all about that start. You know, it's all about that beginning. It's all about that when you're going on dates and y'all sitting around the house watching Netflix and watching movies and that phone ring and you know you're talking to two other women, but you're trying to get her to know her, and the fear starts right then. You're looking crazy. You're looking at her. She looking crazy, and you're not open. I mean, it starts from the beginning, man, and it just keeps going from there. So yeah, the fear factor and that mental awareness, man, is something really big, bro.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Traveling is very important for a man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Traveling is so important for a man. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Cause when I was down there in Enterprise with y'all, like I lived on the whole, you know what I'm saying, kind of like you don't want to say this and you don't want to say that type thing, right? You don't want to hurt her feelings or this and this and that. Like I had that good boy kind of mindset a little bit. You know what I'm
I used
saying?
to. I know what you're talking about.
But when I moved, when I moved, and I moved to like to San Diego, and I started dating like women for real, and man, it was nothing for me to say, hey, if so and so call, you know what I'm saying, I might need to answer it because sometimes it'd be an emergency and she might need to get to me. I'll tell another woman that about another woman, and she will understand with full respect. All right, cool, I got you. If she call, I get it. I'm glad you told me ahead of time. Cause at one time, you know, I used to have like, I think we still do it, but I know at one time I used to have names and you have a picture, so when it calls, the picture will pop
Picture
up.
pop up. Yeah.
Right. So a lot of women will see the other woman's face and they be like, oh, that's so and so. Why? Because I already had that conversation with her. You see what I'm saying? Like that whole like arguing fuss and stuff was like foreign to me when I left Alabama. Like, cause it was so like, hey, be open, be honest. I know it's a lot of beautiful women around here. I know you ain't finna just date me. I know you ain't finna just kick it with me. And it allowed me to be straight up with a lot of them. And guess what? I never had no arguments. It's time one woman to be in the room, another one come in and say, hey, wash my dishes. The other one wakes up, go to bed. She'll wake up, make my bed up and leave. And nobody fought, nobody argued, nothing happened. And then it got so bad, like my security guy downstairs, his mouth was open because he was like, damn, like I ain't hear no yelling, no throwing. I'm like, nah, they was cool. They said, hey, one said bye, the other one stayed. Like I never had those problems. And it was a culture shock for me. Cause that made me feel like a man, and I'm gonna be all the way 100 with you. It wasn't nothing that they would not call and ask, and I would never say no. I'll have their back. Why? Because they gave me that respect as a man. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like if one call and I knew it was an emergency and she knew it was an emergency, I answer that phone. And she could never say when I called him, I had to call his phone twice or I had to call his phone 3 times. No, I answer that motherfucker right in front of the other one. And guess what? She'll have that same respect. Cause if I'm with the other one and she called, she know I'm answer that shit on clockwork. Cause if something happened or something go down, she know I got you. I ain't gotta spend 20, 30 minutes explaining myself to somebody because they know I'm gonna give them that respect because I got their back. You see what I'm saying? Is this whole jealousy thing is such a disadvantage for us, especially in our community, because it was plenty of times that these women called and it was an emergency. Shit happens, stuff happens, and you need a man there. You know what I'm saying? Not only a man, but you need a reliable man, an intelligent man, a man that know how to make a decision on the last minute. And a lot of these women don't have that kind of man on call. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that kind of man on call. So when I can meet this lady, that lady, date this lady, and they respect their position and they know if something go down, they're like, man, let me call Dante because I know he know the answer to that. And I know they'll just say that because the people in the background like, they say you'll know that answer. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty on top of my shit because I have the time to study, read, go through stuff because I ain't gotta spend time explaining myself to the woman of something that I've explained to her over and over again. So I have that time. And people don't respect that. Do y'all realize if you had to add up in a year's time the amount of times that you had explained something to a woman that you probably already explained to her before, if you add up all that extra unneeded time and you add up for a whole year time, you probably spent weeks, days, and months saying the same shit over again.
Shit,
Instead
not me.
of saying it at one time, it's already understood and you can go on about your day. That shit was so different. Do I didn't even know how to damn act? It was such of a culture shock to me. It was such of a change in my life to where I'm walking and all right, okay, cool. You ain't got nothing to say? No, you good. Are you sure? I was questioning myself at some point. You know what I'm saying? I was questioning. I was like, damn, I swear to God to you, one time I left the door, I turned back around, I came back just to make sure ain't nothing got broke. I was like, you all right? She was like, yeah. I'm like, you good? Do you need anything? She was like, and she started laughing like, dog, you good? I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
it hit me, man, and
yeah,
I'm telling you.
I
So
think I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think that's
yeah,
what's wrong. I think that's what's wrong with the world right now. I think if a lot of people start playing damn games and start telling who they truly are, men and women,
Yeah.
if we start saying, hey, this is me, I like this shit, I do this shit, I do that, right?
Yeah.
You might be surprised that the woman be like, damn, I like that same shit, I do that shit too. And for you know it, y'all build a relationship. It's too much going into relationships, lying and bullshitting each other and trying to be having fear of telling somebody who you really are. And that shit comes back and bites you in the ass. I think that we'll have more relationships, not just relationships. I think we'll have more good relationships and understanding relationships, even marriages, if people from day one just tell who the hell they are and just say what they like, what they're into. If you like two women, cool. She might be down with that shit. You don't know if you never say it. And guess what? If she is not down with it and you for it, move to the next. You know what I'm saying? Stop being in this fear where you like I'm losing something. It's too many. We've been hearing this forever. It's too many fish in the sea, right? For us to be sitting there worrying about one that we missed. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna catch another one. You feel what I'm saying? By being honest and being yourself. A lot of people ain't doing that. That's what's wrong with society. That's wrong with our people. Period. Because guess what? Other races is doing that shit. Other races is straight up when they dating saying, hey, my family owns this. My family owns this land, this country. We believe in this shit. This is the way I grew up, and this is how I want you as my wife. Guess what? That white lady get married to that white dude. You feel what I'm saying? And guess what? She goes into that relationship knowing this is what his family is. This is what they believe in. This is their morals. I got to get down with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? We don't do that as black people. We go in there manipulating and bullshit from day one, men and women. Hiding shit, not telling shit, scared to let our emotions out and say shit. But what you got to understand, this is somebody, when you're dating and you're courting, this is somebody that you're eventually trying to spend your life with, the rest of your life with. So why are we starting off in the very beginning lying? Why are we starting off not getting to know each other, right? It's just bullshit. It's just a waste of time. So, and I keep saying that this is why so many divorces, because down the line, it might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take 10 years. That fear that you were scared to tell what was going on eventually comes out. And that person can't handle that shit then. Because now it's too many emotions. We got too much testosterone. They got too much estrogen. They got too much feelings and emotions and shit. And for it's a disaster. I think, like I said again, it would be a lot more great relationship, good marriages if we stop not trying to be who we are and trying to make that next person happy. You get what I'm saying? Because of what we like about that person. You might have muscles, and this woman love that you got muscles. You're 6'4", 6'5". That's what she wanted, but you have an issue. She don't want to talk about that issue. Down the line, it comes up 6-7 years down in y'all relationship. Now you're divorced. Okay, maybe maybe that man wasn't for you as a female. You get what I'm saying? Maybe it's somebody else out there that's 6'5", that does the things and love what you love. See, we settling. We're settling for people, and we shouldn't settle anymore. And that's what me and fam was saying. We know what we want. We know what we're gonna have, right? And we come up straightforward in a relationship. That's what my fam was breaking down. You tell a woman this is what I like, this is what I want. And if she cannot deal with what you're saying, you cut that and you move on to the next. It's really simple. It's an alpha mentality that even I just learned. You know what I'm saying? But like fam was saying, it takes time to learn this. This don't happen overnight. Once was a caterpillar, like he said, turned into a butterfly. It takes time to learn. It's maturity. What women don't understand is that men, especially when it's dealing with relationships, it takes us time to mature. Even in a relationship, we got to learn every, few years. We learn more about ourselves. We get wiser. We learn what we want more, what we need more. So we're not going to be that perfect man. And they don't understand that. They're easy to let that go. Vice versa too. With men, with women, they change. So it's a really deep discussion, what we're talking about, but it's something that needs to be talked about, that it just need to be honesty. It needs to be a lot of honesty in the very beginning and cutting people loose and not being scared or having fear that that person was somebody that, you really wanted for just sex. I mean, and put it like this, and I'm going to let it go from this. If you want sex, start coming out saying that in the beginning. In the very beginning.
If she wants it.
Yes, women respect that, right, fam? They respect when you come out with that because they might be feeling the same way.
Women just don't want to be lied to.
Yep.
Just like men don't want to be taken advantage of. It's on the same plane.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree a little bit about the lie to part.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned the ugliness of certain things, and one thing I have learned, woo, man, like some women like to be lied to. Some women have to
All
be
right, all right,
lied
all right, all right, all
to.
right, all right. Let me clarify something then.
Yeah.
Before we go into men and women, let's do something different, right?
Okay.
Let's only give titles to those who apply, like who they apply
Okay.
to. If the
Okay.
man don't fit the characteristics of a man, and he's still a little boy, he's not a man. Y'all give a damn how many times the son have been around the earth and he gonna gave himself an age. I don't care about that. His mental state is at a man state where he can think independence and do things for himself. He's not really a man. So we're not. Let's exclude the women, the girls who feel like they still, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand it. They don't get it either. You can't be dependent and needy.
I dig
And there's
that.
nothing wrong with
I
being
can I can
dependent.
I can dig that.
So let's say girls.
Yeah,
The
we gonna
woman.
say we'll say females.
Let's talk.
Because females and female, I don't think females and women are the
Let's
same.
assume that if we're gonna talk about men and women, let's assume that the ones that we want to be actually exist. Them women actually exist. That man, he actually exists, and he wouldn't do no shit like that because that wouldn't ain't shit men do. And the woman wouldn't do no shit like that because that's the shit she would do.
Facts.
So no woman want to be
Facts.
fucking lied to.
I agree.
Facts.
You
I
feel
dig
me?
that. I dig that. I can eat a bag of that. I can definitely
I'm
eat a
tired
bag
of
of
women.
that.
I'm a grown ass woman. No, baby, you just old.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, see, you ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You just old. I got money. Money, gold. You old. That's the only value you got. If the dollar die, you die too. You old. Shout away your assets.
That
You
part.
old. You ain't gonna keep none of that. When you die, you gonna lose it unless you got some people to leave it to.
That too. That
you
part too.
It take a family to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to say no woman shouldn't be independent because they should if they want to be. Because there are a lot of beta males that will definitely let you take care of them.
Oh yeah, it's a
there's
a bunch of them that'll rock with it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Alpha's gonna do that.
No.
Yeah.
Alpha to me, this is the difference in one word. Alpha independent, beta dependent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women, there are three types of women though. I guess three types of men as well. A woman can be independent, she can be dependent, and then she can be interdependent. I prefer the interdependent woman.
Yeah, that's the one I prefer too.
Like, not a codependent, because that's two strugglers. We can't put these curses on. We gotta stop cursing ourselves. That's two strugglers of two codependent. Now one of y'all are independent. Y'all both dependent on y'all codependent. We gotta stop saying that shit. We're codependent. Yeah. No, we're not dependent. We interdependent.
Right.
I'm gonna run mine and we're gonna merge our stuff together like the US got treaties. They don't run who the person they got to treat it with. They expect them to be independent. A treaty between two independent nations. So you need to remain independent or you'll no longer be seen as a nation. That's how I see women. You need to remain at a certain level or you'll no longer be seen as the candidate for my wife. And if you don't hold me to my belief, if my friend's telling me I fell off and me and you can have these conversations, you ain't really, how do you see me? If you can't assess me and make me feel like I need to get right or, they tripping. I need a new friend. You know what I'm saying? Then we gonna, but women are women. That's what I'm trying to find as a woman. You feel me?
I dig it. I dig it.
The little girl that's in training, you know what I'm saying? Some people failed. I failed twice, bro, in school. I was 2 years behind. And women falling behind in relationships. Relationships too. They don't never really graduate. They just stay in learning. They have learning disabilities to learn how to grow in a relationship. It's the same thing. It's just nobody calling their mom and telling them that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Nobody telling your son needs extra attention to stop being full of himself, being so damn needy, thinking that his girlfriend need to be you.
Hey, that's true.
And then somebody told that woman, "Hey, your daughter, she got is that father home? No, her father. Yeah, you need to let her go out on a couple of dates with her uncle and just take her through a couple of runs so she's way too excited over boys."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That fire still, it need to be burnt down. It's like when you cooking. You first hit that grill, it's hot. You gotta let it burn down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we don't ever do that with our children. We think they put just let the fire that you put be on the cooking temperature. No, it's gonna burn. That desire is gonna burn. That's the whole Genesis part of the Bible.
Man, that's why you gotta treat your daughters totally different when it comes
you got to show them what because you can't let no other man finesse her.
Yeah.
Everything she see you as the world. So My daddy done took me on dates. My daddy done did. He bought me flowers. He done did all that. My dad, you don't impress me. My daddy run business. He own business. My daddy made me a business before I was doing. My daddy got my credit right. But if we talking about being together, we talking about starting a family. So how can you present that to me? Like, show me what your idea of a family would be. Where you see yourself in 5 years? This conversation, like y'all were just saying, we got to be willing to say this stuff. If that person get up and walk off, then you didn't want to hire that person no way. You saved yourself from hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. We gotta definitely raise our daughters in reality. You know what I'm saying? With reality standards and reality expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Like my oldest know every side of me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? I don't shy away from it because I need her to date realistically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't need her to be looking for the perfect man because I'm setting up for failure. Cause I want her to I want her to know that I'm not the perfect man.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she know that. And then she from understanding that reality, she knows how to pick accordingly.
Right.
Not only does she understand that, but she understand that she is not the seeker. She understand that the man is the hunter. You know what I'm saying? She understand these things.
Right.
So yeah, man. A lot of women don't understand that part though. They keep thinking they supposed to be looking. Like, no, you don't supposed to do the looking. We look. We look and find you. We find
Hey,
you.
and I told a lady that. I told a woman that one time, and I even posted on Facebook. I know you've seen it, that men, we
Yeah.
choose.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from.
Right.
That women feel like, I know where it come from. It come from all of the models and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And guys out here being beta males and paying money to be with women and shit. That's where it came from. That they feel like they got power with their asses and everything else. But at the end of the day, a man chooses a woman, not the vice versa.
You're
We
right.
choose somebody that we want to be with the rest of our life. And the roles are
Right.
changing, right? What'd you say, fam?
You're right. If that was the case, they shoot more shots.
That's
They
right.
go get the man that they want right now.
That's
So
right.
you see him instead of waiting for him to notice you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I mean, and guess what? You're everything that you're doing, from the makeup, from the eyelashes, from the hair, from the body, all of that is to show attention to that male, to choose you.
True.
Right? That's all that's for, right? Because we have to choose what we want. You get what I'm saying? Now,
Right.
a beta male might have switched this damn game around where they feel like they do that and they'll be able to choose a male that they want. But at the end of the day, they tend to forget where it started from. It started to wear that lipstick, that eyelashes, to be chosen that you're trying to look better than the next. You get what I'm saying? So we might look at that and then say, you know what? She looks. Now let me see mentally, is she what I want? You understand what I'm saying? The roles is being reversed. And I think it's just a lot of weak beta males out here that has changed the game up. And social media has really messed the game up with the messenger and the Instagram and all that. You know, it's easy to just message a woman. Guess what? It takes no balls to message a woman. Hey, what's going on? You look good on Facebook. Yeah, I mean, that's easy, right? I mean, the hardest thing in the world is to walk up to a woman, which beta males cannot do, in Walmart, at Publix, wherever, and say, hey, and spit a game in a line. We're older guys, right? We're older. We're going on our 40s, right? Back in the day was when we in school, we didn't have all this shit where you message and all that shit.
Right.
We had to go up to these women in school, and that shit was terrifying.
And
you know
say something. She might tell everybody, you can't believe this nigga tried to talk.
Right. We had to deal with that shit growing up. And that's what separated alpha from betas growing up. Even in high school.
How many numbers you get? That's just right. People don't understand. The women like, oh, y'all, you dating a lot of women. You don't understand. We training to be alphas.
That's right.
That's what we supposed to do. And you training to resist until you find the type of man you're supposed to find.
That's right.
Stop me from being me.
That's right.
Because at some point we all gonna stop this. And if in a perfect world, none of us gonna have babies going through high school. We're just gonna date and kiss and never make it to the next base, and we about to get married.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then, but that's why I'm gonna say boys, because that's why I don't really care about no man thing. I don't care nothing about no man, period. Like no grown man, bro, arguing with a grown man out the window for me. It's not happening. I rather talk to somebody that I can like at least say I try to help. They have 5 to years to catch the game. You feel me? So I talk to young boys. I think young boys really they really need to have more friends with daughters around their kids' age so they can like keep him cool and you cool with somebody and then let them go on dates. training.
Right.
It ain't like they together.
Yeah.
And what's the worst gonna happen? But you teaching these babies how not to go out in the world, be desperate. Women tell, I
Yeah.
want a hood man. No, you don't. You don't want a hood man. You want a man that provide you the type of money, fast money that you like, which that can be made by anybody. The same hood person you like doing stock markets, right? Stock market right now. He's scalping right now on stock market.
Yeah.
Probably paid about $4,000 in the morning in about 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like that same man. But he ain't gonna have your door kicked in and your babies with guns on them getting taken out by the FBI and all that. You know what I'm saying? And back to the fear factor, bro. You gotta say what you want. You gotta say what you don't like. Because sometimes you like, well, they gonna break over. You don't know that. Maybe that person will self-analyze. How much this shit really matter to me? Because I really like this motherfucker. Don't deny them that point of the whole thing. Answering for other people. A lot of time we do that. We self-sabotage, men and women. Men do it with anger, women do it with self-pity.
Yep.
We get mad, man, fuck that bitch. Say whatever we want to. And then be at our home by how drinking, and then it all come out listening to the song where he talking bad about a woman. So I understand projection. I understand people who can't deal with themselves inner, so they got to project it out. And they project it out and project it. And then, bro, she's doing X, Y, Z, and I can just read between the lines. And like when women, they do the same thing, man. He did X, Y, Z, and he cheated on me. And then really, I don't want to make her feel bad at the time, so I don't talk to her. And like, unless it's later on, if a woman tells me she's been cheated on 2 years ago, I tell her, okay, well, where you fall off at? Because that's a true statement. I'm not taking up for no man because he shouldn't cheat anyway. He still cheated. But there's a reason something that caused him to cheat. He was right for still wanting to get what he desired. He was wrong for maybe the way he went about getting it. But she don't get off the hook because if it was some kind of sex, he asked you for it. Ain't no man scared to ask for nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in my next segment.
He ain't scared to ask for it. When it comes to getting that, come on, man. You had to say no a couple times. That's when the barbershop. That with me. I hear what they say all the time. Man, she just say she don't want to. What you mean? If I get this romance and you and stuff, and the women say, "Well, I don't feel like it." You can't climb off of your dude. So we all got stuff that we talked about earlier from the beginning that we need in a relationship. A man go get cars, not to impress the woman, to let her know he on his shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm on my shit. This how far I'm on my shit. Look at my car. So then she get him in that way. Oh, you own a townhouse? You own a condo? Yeah, I own a condo. This is how far I am in life. You feel me? Now she knows she dealing with a man. That come with the territory. He ain't do shit for her. He just showing her his level. Bitch, I'm advertising. Look where I'm at. You feel me? And then I'm only gonna let her up. The one that bitch got my car. Nigga tell you that real quick. Now he don't got to disrespect her like that, but I feel it. You going through and I don't feel like trying with you, and you won't have to. Well, there might be a good woman that don't make a lot of money and ain't on that grind, and she could be molded. If you don't want to teach, he ain't got to. He wants something already ready. It's his job. He hiring for. We be too worried about like what. Like, I'm glad we're saying it, but to say get what you want.
Oh yeah.
But don't be selfish. But then on the other end of that, advertise correctly. Advertise correctly. Be who you say you are, because that's what she wants. You get what you want, she got to get what she wants. So if you being that and she like that, make sure you can maintain it.
Oh yeah.
And that's on her end. But you can't be scared. And the women got to say something. I don't like shy women. I don't do dates no shy. You can't open your fucking mouth and talk to me. We can't be together. You can be a good friend of mine though, but I don't want to take myself into. I know I got anxiety. I don't like to think when you can open your fucking mouth and tell me. And I got to think for myself, and it's killing me. Like I really suffer with anxiety. You feel what I'm saying? That's talk. I'm not even putting myself. I'm not taking the king through that. Hell no. I'm not running my business like that. I learned from the other. Why were you so feeling like on the edge? Because I didn't know what she was gonna do. Why didn't you know? I did ask her. Why she ain't ask? I don't deal with nobody. You can't open your mouth. I'm done. Because fear, like that's not an arrogance. Because I'm single, but I'm happy because I love who I am. I'm gonna make somebody happy as hell one day. You feel me? I'm gonna meet her one day when I meet her. And I'm gonna let this part go right here, but I was listening to this alternative song. Like I like the Fray. I'm country as hell. I like alternative music. Anyway, this one song he was like, he said happiness just like the old man told me. Look for it and you'll never find it all. but let it come, live your life and leave it. And then one day you wake up and she'll be gone, she'll be home. I agree with that. Go be the man you need to be, and that's the only way you're ever gonna attract that woman. Right now, when you're young, when you're a young man, you're trying to convince a woman of where you're going.
I
When
agree.
you already at the age where you should already have been that, there is no convincing.
I agree.
You feel me? And
I
that's the
agree.
only fear factor. That's the only opposite of the fear factor. I think I may have went too far. I think I might have went until where we finna get ready to go. I
Oh
really
yeah,
think
we about to.
delve down
You
that
ain't
road.
hit it yet, but we about to get at it.
Yeah,
All right. So I guess I'm gonna give y'all this option. Which one y'all want to do first? Y'all want to do tough love for the men, or you want to do tough love for the women? And what I mean by tough love is I want y'all to talk directly to the men and give them the rawest, most uncomfortable information that a man needs to really become that alpha man. And I want you to be able to give a woman tough love to really express and tell a woman what it is she really need to know when it comes to how a man is and what he really desires, what he really fantasizes. Like you need to give the woman the tough love, and we need to give men that tough love. So I give y'all options. Which one y'all want to hit first, the men or the women?
I would definitely say the men.
Go men first. That's what I did first too. So
Yeah.
we on cue. All right. So who want to go first? I'm going last because it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. I'll let y'all go first because if I start, it's gonna be bad, man. So yeah, go ahead.
You
Who
can go ahead,
first?
fam. You can go ahead, fam. I'll let you go. I'll feed off of you.
All right, my tough love for men. And I mean, when I'm saying it, it's gonna sound straightforward, but it's including myself. I'm including everything I'm saying because it's men, it's all of us. You know what I'm saying, but as a man, you got to know who you are, and you got to respect where you at. But you got to know the difference between you and what being a man is, and you got to know when you're not being a man. Because a woman know because she's looking for one. And I hear them talk too. I'm an easy person to talk to. So if your woman is open enough to talk to another man about her home problem, and that's beta male stuff because it shouldn't have been to that point. You got to be a man to me. You got to run your whole thing. And we do got to, this is going to hurt, but you do got to get rid of that 50-50 mindset because you're a man. And you want, and you got to get rid of, I need a woman because now you're dependent. Which makes you beta. You really got to stand on your man. On a man. I want a woman and at least stay single and run your own house. If you're going to have somebody move with you, if you're going to say, I'm going to be the house, the man of the house, to me, I run everything. You need to know how to do that. So you might have to stay by yourself. But depending on somebody to pay half does make you dependent because you're dependent on half, which also makes you a beta. Now, in a situation, both of y'all come together and y'all split the bill down the middle, but to depend on it, which is why if it was being a man, to me, I see being a man is when I'm totally independent, when I'm owning my own business, when I'm having multiple streams of revenue. I'm not worried about what's going on anywhere, no job, having to be at someone else's job and worrying about them firing me. I want to be a businessman. To me, that's what we had when we had Black Wall Street. Those were businessmen, that they were hanging from those trees. They had nice shoes while they took them off their feet. And they were always barefoot. They had hats and nice suits on. Look at some of those suits. Those were our men. That's where we need to go back to. Not working at no job and being able to make some money, but depending on somebody else to keep what we got afloat, but to keep what you got afloat. Having your own. So I desire to have my own. And men, if you ain't got your own, I'm not saying not to work at no job if it's worth it. They're paying you some money, but you always need your own. If that job go away, you already got something going on. So to me, the tough love with men is just really be one. Know what that is and be one. Stand on it. And hang around more men.
That's right.
Hang
Well,
around more men. I'm talking about real men. Like go to the cigar bars and talk about something else besides politics unless you in it. Talk about something about creating businesses. Get around that. Keep a good credit score. That's another thing for men. You always got to be able to bust a move. What if emergency happen? I'm not sweating. I'm finna go get a credit line. I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm already ready. My credits go good. I can go do that. That's what we strive for as men, to be able to run things. And then you choose whatever woman you want. You want to know why? She don't run nothing. And if she do, she run ass right back to it. But you come over here, this how I run it. So I only want people here that want to be here. But you can't ask for that when you're a beggar.
I feel that. I feel that.
That's my
I feel that a lot. I feel everything you said for real. And only a one man will respect the man and understand what we're saying, first of all. And what we're saying, and only a man is going to respect a woman, right? So what you got to understand is that men stop being weak, stop being a beta male, stop being a pussy. Start saying what you want. First of all, find your purpose. Find who you are first. Find out what you want to have in life. Find out who you want to become. Get your credit right. Get your bank account right. When you have that type of power first, then you're able to control the rest of that happens when a woman comes into your life. You're able to pick and choose. A lot of us, we talked about it last show, a lot of men like to move in with women, right? A lot of us don't have our shit together. So the first thing we do, a woman has a place, she has a car, a lot of us move on in with them. We like to drive their car around. You're already not a man. You're already starting off as a beta. You're already starting off weak. She has power and control already. The key is stop worrying about what's between her legs and what's between your legs and mentally get yourself right, right? Because what's between your legs don't make you a man, right? I had to find that out.
Male.
That's right. That don't make you a man. What makes you a man is having your shit together and mentally having your shit together. That's what makes you a man, because that's where the power comes from. That's where the power comes from. That's what we're starting to learn. That's what alpha males are starting to learn. Once you get your priorities right and you get yourself right and you know what you want, now you're able to choose what you want. Now that's what men do. We said that earlier. We choose the woman that we want to be with. So I think that's the main problem. Stop thinking between your legs. Stop thinking about that and stop being scared of losing something that never was yours anyway. Never was yours. It's just, I heard one of the fellas say, right? It was just your turn. That's it. That's all that was. It's your turn, brother. You feel what I'm saying? Now, your turn might be for a season. Your turn might be for a day. It was just your turn, right? So that's how you got to go into a relationship. It's sad to say that. A lot of beta males is not going to be able to feel that, but it's just your turn because it's these days it's very slim to none virgins. None, right? It's very slim. So it's not like you're going to be the first these days. It's probably hardly zero these days, right? So it's your turn now. So when your turn comes around, figure out, is your turn for a day or is it for a lifetime? And a lot of guys are not doing that. Another thing, we have testosterone. Stop being so damn emotional. That's what's wrong with fellas these days too. Emotions. A lot of these guys got more emotions I see than women do. Right? They're crying, they begging for these women, they trying to be in their lives, they trying to ask, man, can I come over tonight? Can I get that from you, girl? Stop asking and begging. Make a woman want you to come over. That's another thing that guys don't do. You remember I told you the story about the lady that was sitting on my couch, and you got beta males calling back to back. These supposed to be hard thugs. You can tell. You can hear in their voice, they slang that they supposed to be thugs, they supposed to be hard. But they sitting there, they call her baby boo and all this crazy shit. They saying to her, trying to get, baby, I'm coming over tonight. You're doing it. She just sitting there holding the phone, letting me listen to it. That alpha male listen to what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and right then I was saying, man, we got a lot of brothers that's weak as hell out here. They're not thinking with their brain, they're thinking with that. And these women are learning from that. So a lot of men need to wake the hell up, start finding their purpose, start finding out who the hell you are first. If you can do that, and it's hard to do that, brother. It's hard to break, especially if you've never been taught that. A lot of us now have real men in our life or seen an example. So it's very hard to say, you know what? I'm going to stay over here with my homeboy for a while. I'm finna get my own damn place. I'm finna build my credit. I'm finna work this 9 to 5, do what I need to do. I'm not going to depend on this woman that just got income tax with $8,000. She can get me something. I'm finna do this thing my own damn way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ride her car around no more. I'm not going to be sleeping in her bed. She controlling me, telling me what to do, be taking care of kids. That's very hard for a lot of brothers. You know what I'm saying? But you have to start off doing that. You have to start off finding yourself, finding out who you are, finding out what you want to do in this world. Like fam said, find other revenue too at the same time, not just selling dope, finding other ways to find revenue. flip and you getting that money doing something else, because now then you turn into your own boss. You turn into, so was that job that you working right now, you don't give a damn, you got your own thing going on. You feel what I'm saying? Now you're attracting what we keep saying, the women that you want to have in your life. You're attracting them because now you're bossing up. Now you turn into that alpha. And guys need to wake up with that. I think it's all a sex thing. If we all think about it, even from high school, when we was in high school, everything was always surrounded by sex. Every guy was using emotions and sex to either make them feel powerful or make you feel weak as hell. You feel what I'm saying? We had the wrong mind state in school. We didn't even supposed to be thinking like that. What we should have been thinking about, what the hell was our purpose at 16, 17, and 18, and what we were to accomplish so we can pick what the hell we want when we become 30. You feel what I'm saying? We wasn't thinking that way. So I think that's the problem right now, brothers. Wake your ass up, find your purpose, get your shit right, and then everything you ever dream and desire of wanting in a woman, she's going to come running to your ass where you don't have to call. You feel what I'm saying? She going to call your ass first. You feel me?
And she happy, you happy.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. Hey. Man, I'm telling you, man. Like I said, man, I'm proud of how both of y'all have developed, man. Y'all mindset, man. I appreciate that, man. Like I said, man, I do this shit for y'all, man. I do this for my fellas, man. And because I feel like it's very important that we have platforms and we add more platforms and more platforms so we can keep having these talks. I don't care if it's just one or two of us, long as somebody is talking. That's the thing. We gotta stop not creating that barrier. You know what I'm saying? We need to start not just texting and not just you know what I'm saying, hitting the likes and all that, but we need to really start creating voices out here. Because one thing that I have noticed, man, is that a lot of women are picking up more traction with their voices, and us men, we're decreasing the traction of our voices, and we're going the wrong direction. We're going the wrong direction when it comes to organizing, communicating with one another, actually stop saying words and applying actions, and really affecting and impacting our community when it comes to our young males, where a lot of women are impacting, being more active, they're communicating, even if it's wrong, even if they're doing it in the wrong direction or the right direction, they're applying that pressure. And that's the problem. A lot of women are applying pressure and men ain't. We're just talking. We're not even talking. We kind of in the background with our thumb in our mouths, listening to what our women wants and needs, and we doing it. We working all the time. We working too much. That's the thing too. Put more time in yourself. Put more time in your business and stop working 2 or 3 jobs to take care of a household that you didn't have in control money wise. You know what I'm saying? That's taking you away from spending time with your sons, spending time with your sons' friends that don't got fathers around. Like, we got to not just impact your household, but we need to learn how to impact the whole community that's around us locally when it comes to our young men. We're investing too much time trying to please a woman's emotions, and we need to spend more time trying to strengthen our legacies. Because that's what we're definitely not doing. We're not strengthening our legacies. We're over here, like, literally scared to be in the community, scared to walk out your door. Got to get permission from your mama that you can leave the house and come back, at a certain time, instead of focusing and putting your all in your community, spending time with other little kids that ain't fortunate. You know what I'm saying? Instead of worrying about she blowing your phone up, you ain't answering. If she really loved and respect you as a man, she ain't gonna be blowing your phone out while you out here in these streets, especially if you're trying to be productive. Because when a man is really productive and he's really handling business, he ain't got time to text you all the time. He ain't got time to be answering all your phone calls. Now, if it's an emergency, cool. You better text me. This is an emergency. But when you are focused and you are really handling business as a man, he do not need those kind of distractions to validate your position. And men, you gotta start checking y'all women on that, cause y'all so scared you will fuck around and miss the opportunity to save somebody's life because you over here trying to play damn Papa Bear and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that. Like, stop trying to be a cartoon character and be Malcolm X in your local community. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X weren't worrying about their wives calling their phones. Hell, they weren't even worrying about dying. Y'all asses worrying about a cell phone. They didn't even give a fuck about dying for their causes. Y'all scared because your woman texting you. That's sad. That's sad when we over here worrying about a fucking text message I gotta hurry up and answer before I get in trouble. Nigga, how old are you? Bruh, man, listen. I'm gonna keep y'all 1,000. Me and my wife got so much of understanding. Damn it, I can text up. I can come home and not never text, and she'll understand why I ain't gotta explain shit.
That's right.
That's crazy, dude. Like, when I hear that from other men, I shake my head. Dude, what's the problem? Where your nuts at?
Because there's no reason for that.
It's none. It's none.
If you call, it needs to just be to make sure I'm okay. Why?
Yeah.
Friends, just trying to make sure you're all right. You good? All right, well,
yeah, that's it.
I ain't no time. You're gonna be. We good. Yeah, I just trying to make sure you're good. All right, boom.
Waste
cool.
of time.
You know
cool.
what I'm
It's a waste of time.
Why you?
Like,
all of that's a waste of time.
I'm not your child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we gotta stop. We gotta stop that, man. Dude,
like women let their teenage boys stay out all damn night.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, dude, like
they love their boys and they try to raise their husband.
Oh man,
they'll do that.
It's not even. It's
the horse, baby.
It's. This is the problem, and I think y'all both touched on this with the whole 50-50 thing. All right, check this out. My wife do not work for no other man. My wife do not work for no other man. She works for me.
I value that.
She don't clock in at no job. Now, if she wanted to go get a job, that's not going to affect my program. Cool, she done it before. But guess once that shit start affecting my program, she walked the fuck away. Soon as she got pregnant, guess what she did? Not go back to the job.
Those called options.
You dig? She ain't at work because she have to. She was there because she had time. So like, fuck it, I kill some time. Yeah. And literally that's what it was, kill of time. That's being a man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, now she can have her own business, and that's what I did. I put her in a position to run her own business. I put the paperwork, did the certification, paid for her certification, paid for her LLC, did the paperwork for the certifications so she could run her own shit on her own time. So cause why? Because she valued my time.
That's right.
She got
what I'm saying?
And I think that's what's wrong. And I think that's why all our sisters have started getting, going to college, getting these degrees and doing stuff. They don't have a man like what you just did, right? Even us, we've done that before in past relationships. We didn't have the ground to be able to what they can build upon. You feel what I'm saying? We've almost made them go out and find jobs and help pay 50% and do this and that. We didn't set revenue for them or help build them. And that was my main goal where I'm at right now in life. Where I'm at right now in life, what we talked about earlier. That takes credit. That takes your bank account being right. That takes account having knowledge of what you want to do, what type of business. And then when a woman comes into your household, I feel like, and it's crazy because I just got on this level. I feel like a man should already be leveled up. You understand what I'm saying? He should be leveled up at a place where when she walks in that house, she really don't got to pay for shit. For real. You know what I'm saying? We ain't setting it up like that. So that puts her at a role where she's supposed to be. And when I say that, it puts her wanting to do things around the house for us, wanting to check on us, wanting to see the adventure that she's gonna lead in the long run or her own business or whatever. But when she comes into a relationship and she's already throwing out 70% of the bills and all these other things, you're not a man. So already you're getting disrespected. Already your phone ringing, text message, she looking at you crazy because guess what? She really the man of the house. You understand what I'm saying? So what you just did and what you just told us just broke down what happened. Your wife is submissive to you because of where you put her at. She understands she can love you, trust you, depend on you, and you're starting revenue for her by starting a business. Her submissiveness is already to the roof for you. And I think that's where we're messing up in men too. You know what I'm saying? That we're not doing what you just talked about.
And to add to that, so like for a cause and effect, I'm a cause and effect person. I like history, so cause and effect. You know, that started back. You know, polygamy was banned in 1862.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't understand like what that means. There was no desire for a woman to have to go get a job because all she had to do was find a man. Those men own businesses. So when did they knock us out? Tulsa. They started having these quote unquote race riots, burning all our businesses, killing the business owners, the men with the business knowledge. Killed the apprenticeship program. Now you don't have people who know. Now you can't teach word of mouth to teach the young people. Go work with Mr. Jones this weekend. He's gonna teach you how to be an ironsmith. See if you can do that. Go teach Mr. Go to Mr. Brooks. He's gonna teach you how to make shoes. Burnt it down. But as we sit and think about that, we got to build that back. That's what men do, right?
Right.
As our forefathers did before them, with less than what we got today.
Right.
With less than what we got today, they built it.
Yeah.
So we got to be we ain't nothing but seeds of them. We are what they were, without a doubt or contradiction. So to be a man like that, you got to be in that position, and you got to have that mindset. I can take care of 3 or 4 women. The women, I'll save that part for later. We'll say that for a whole nother show because I'm getting off topic. But I like where y'all going with how men just really just got to be honest, just be real. But we got, as friends of other men, we have to be real.
Yeah.
And if a man can't take you being real, let him go to the beta table. Do yourself that favor.
Real talk.
Let him go to the beta table. If he's not willing to grow with you, are you willing to not grow for him? People on your path until you decide to split. Yep. And then if you, that's why they say deny your God, he'll deny you. He ain't denying nobody but yourself. I don't want to make no religious thing, but that's all you're doing. If you don't go do what you're supposed to do, you're doing what you were not supposed to do. It's just that simple. So if you're supposed to go left and you decide to go right because he went right, you definitely did the wrong thing. I was gonna go to college, but then he said we're gonna stay here and go to junior college. No, you made a decision based on somebody else outside of yourself. As men, you got to be an alpha. Gonna do what he want. Oh, that's what you're doing. All right, well, man, I'm gonna go ahead and do. I mean, we'll see each other around. You feel me? That's beta male stuff. So we need more alphas.
Yeah.
It's only hard to be a beta because you have not conquered the fact that you are an alpha who refuse to be one. And you gotta be one.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them scared because they just don't want that 100% accountability attached to it. That's right. You see what I'm saying? To be that, you gotta have you gotta take accountability of everything.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You dig what I'm saying? When you pay the cost to be the boss, then boss things comes with boss consequences, outcomes, and stuff like that. Like when I am the equalizer in my household. Mm-hmm. So when things become chaotic, I am the equalizer. Mm-hmm. I don't defer to nobody. I am the solution. You see what I'm saying? I love those positions. I love when it goes crazy and shit get out of hand and I have to fix it.
Right.
A lot of guys don't have that. A lot of them scared. You know what I'm saying? It's some guys out here that will ask their wife or their girl or their woman like, "Hey, so what we need to do? What's the plan?" Like, no. What is your plan? What are you going to do?
This is what we're getting ready to do.
Right. And if it goes wrong, cool. Stand on it. But that's your position.
That's right.
To me, it can either go wrong or right. Guess what? That's still your position. Stand on it.
Right.
Because as a man, you're gonna have to fix it.
Exactly.
Right? That's what a man does. That's what a man does. You make choices and you make decisions for your family. And if it goes wrong, then as a man, you gotta, like they say, strap your boots up and figure something else out. The woman shouldn't be sitting there worrying and stressing about what you're gonna do. You know, and we've all been in relationships like that. Like we ask the woman, "Hey, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna handle this? Isn't it? It don't supposed to be that way." That's and to feed off some of the other conversations we was having is that it again, black men have been attacked for a long time. In the 50s and 60s, we started owning our own business. We started doing stuff. We wasn't the men in the house. We were supposed support, and we were doing the things that we supposed to do. They were starting to teach the generation how to do it, and we know we was attacked. Now I train guys every day. I train a lot of Caucasian men too, and it's kind of funny how every one of these guys that sit in my seat that I'm training, they daddy has taught them morals, character, business, taught them how to make extra money on the side, do other things. And every time one of my brothers sitting in the seat with me, all the hell he talking about is pussy and ass all the time, and talking about money and cars and other shit in sports. That shit's crazy as hell. That's been an attack on our brothers. You get what I'm saying? But these same white guys can sit in the seat beside me, and they're always talking about business, money, how they're going to use this job to flip it and do something else because they don't want to be doing this hard work forever. You know, it's crazy that I hear it all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? I hear it, and it also be, you know, blowing my mind, making me thinking more how behind I am, you know, because they daddies taught them, man. They daddies taught them when they was very young how to be a man in their household, you know, how to have their woman submissive. You know, it's crazy that when I went to college, I seen white girls having fun in college. That freshman year, that sophomore year, man, they was having fun. They was partying, they was doing all type of crazy stuff, man, drinking. What I noticed is that whenever the junior and senior year started, that black women that had boyfriends, they started breaking up with them. And the white girls was actually almost getting married in college. Their priorities, everything changed by the time they got juniors and seniors. And these white girls that was partying started turning submissive to some of these guys or white guys on campus. You know, maybe they daddy owned something or they had a plan or whatever they majored in. These white girls was believing in it. And it was a lot of marriages, you know, and I see my sisters turning independent. I seen them getting these degrees. I seen them moving off to Atlanta, you know, where they can make more money doing other things. And I see my brothers either dropping out, not finishing school, or moving back home to our hometowns. But when I go back on Facebook now, we can do it right now. We got friends. We got white friends on Facebook. Look how many marriages and people that we seen in school that are together right now that are of a different race. That means something happened. Something happened with us and mentally, black men and black women, was some type of attack was on us to change our thoughts mentally. And what we're trying to do, we're having this discussion is to try to change it back to understand what the roles are. We don't understand what roles are anymore, I believe. We don't, that's what we're talking about. Really, when you break it down, what are the roles from a man and a woman? And men are so easy to chase something that is not there, meaning jewelry, cars, all this other stuff I was telling you about. And women are saying, you know what? I seen that, been there. Okay, I'm trying to get my degree. I'm trying to have something, trying to do something. So by the time they even take a chance with these men have nothing to offer. They're really not even men. They have nothing to offer to them. And that's what's going on. A lot of our women just being independent and being strong. And at the same time, they loving some of these guys. They love the way they look. They're having babies from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they really want this guy to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But he don't know how to. He's not trying to be one. He don't even know. Nobody even taught half of us how to even be men. We're learning the hard way when we get closer up damn 40s. We're learning how to be alphas and what this means. And other races been learning that shit since they was in the teenage when we was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing that's going on. It's just an attack on us, man. It's really an attack, and people got to understand what is going on, and we need to keep talking how we can fix it.
Around 40% of black women has never been married. Around 46%. It's crazy. It's crazy. 40% has never been married. 85% of black men have been married. 85 has been married. We're, like I said, we're marrying more. We're marrying more. Matter of fact, when it comes to women versus black women, more of all women have double the amount of kids married than women that aren't married. So there is more black women having kids not married than there are all women that are getting married. Think about it. That it's like 66% to 37%. That sound about right, Keith? It was like 66%.
Yeah.
66% of all women are getting married and having kids while married, while versus black women at 38% are having kids not married. Like, these numbers are crazy. They're insane. It's scary. It's scary. It's so let me say this one more real quick. This is bad. Let me tell y'all how y'all about to agree with me on this shit. It is bad when women are more proud to be single mothers than be a second wife. They think it is better to be a single mother with multiple kids
The hell you think you
than
are?
it is to be a second wife. A wife, and y'all are sister wives. Like, they think that is worse. Do you realize how disadvantage that you actually is? That's just like the person that is sinking in the water in the ocean is laughing at the big ass cruise boat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're sinking and you're laughing at the boat that is solid, that is hard, that is not sinking. It is successful. It is, and you're sinking. You're sinking. That's the disillusion. That's where we at. And it's true. Check Facebook out. Go to Facebook and check it out. They are proud to be single mothers. Then to try to figure this out with a man that is already been proven to be successful at it. That's crazy. A married man that has a family and they're successful and the kids are successful, you are tripping on that man and he is the one that is successful at it. You're the single one, not married. Think about that. Who would you hire? A man that has an impeccable resume, got all kinds of shit on that paper, or a man that got one sentence on his resume? It's crazy. But I'll let y'all go from there. This is something that women, y'all got to really start thinking about it and start digesting that hard pill. Digest that hard pill.
Well, another thing is that music has changed the way women think, big time. I'm gonna get on that too because, back in the 50s and 60s, right now my sisters will probably be like, man, I don't want to hear that Papa was a Rolling Stone and he was over here and he was doing that and he was, but did you know it wasn't any divorces back then? Do you think that these women really didn't know that that man had another family across town? Do you think that they wasn't talking about that? They was talking about it. And they were staying married. They was talking about it. All over town, people were talking about these men doing that. Now, I'm not sitting here agreeing, saying that it was right what they was doing, but I'm saying let's ask the question, why was those women staying with them until some of these dudes get 60, 70 years old until they passed away? Because at the end of the day, he was still providing. He was still working. He might not have been at that house every day, but guess what? She could call him and say, hey, little Timothy over here messing up. He'd come over there and whoop that ass real quick, line him up, get him straight, ask her what she need, make sure bills were paid, and he might went back over across town. And he might do that same thing over there. This man might work 2 jobs to make sure he took care of 2 households. Right. That's what was happening back then. Now, I know women don't like hearing that, but that's what was going on. The question we're going to ask is, why was the women doing that? Because they understand that it was better dealing with that at that time than being a single mother with these 2 kids trying to do everything by herself. Now, let's ask another question. Why did it change? It changed because of child support. Child support became a hustle. And a lot of people don't want to talk about this because they get real emotional. Child support is another hustle. That's all it is. Women understand these days that they can get pregnant by a man, especially just looking at his income or whatever, that you can benefit more of having kids by 2 different guys or 3 different guys and live an awesome life, rent paid for, everything, instead of dealing with him going across town talking to her and then you dealing with her too. Forget that. I have this child, I'll be independent, I'll be single, I'll get this child support, and I'll be okay. You understand what I'm saying? And some of these women we know got 2 and 3 kids by different men. That's different type of child support levels right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just all according to what type of job he got. If he's in the military, if he's making 6 figures, that woman gets different money from those different kids. It's became, a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it gets real emotional with it. But it's a hustle, especially from this young generation. That's why they're having so many kids. They seen their mom do it, and they understand I can work a job making $20,000. Okay, have 2 kids at the end of the year, file my income tax, get $8,000. Plus, this man, both of these 2 guys are paying child support. It's a come up. So why would I need a man for? Why would I need a man in the house to support when I have all this money coming in? And it's sad. I didn't say all women, even though it might feel like I'm talking about all women, but most women think that way. And that's why another reason men are not getting married, because we understand that we lose more in marriage than anything. Because you get married, you have these kids, but when the divorce comes, what happens? You lose everything. It don't even matter if she cheated on you. The judge will still find a way that because she has those kids to make sure she take care of. All of this is a come up for a woman, and it's always a down for a man. So at the end of the day, marriages are, people are not getting married. People are not, guys are not even thinking about it anymore. Women are still coming more independent. The government is still helping out, and it's just a cycle that just keeps going over and over again. And they're teaching their daughters. Well, they're not teaching the daughters, just sitting back watching, and they understand what mama did, and they're not trying to have a man in the household to tell them, "Hey, you don't have to work. I'm going to pay all the bills. I'm going to provide. I just need you to take care of the house, make sure I got a meal, make sure stuff is straight." They don't want to hear that shit these days. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell you? I want to be out dressing like Cardi B. I want to go to the clubs. I want to do stuff. I don't want to be sitting around here as no housewife. And even though if you are paying all the bills. So it's just a lot of things have changed and the role has changed. And other people got to understand what the hustle is these days. It's a big hustle.
Yeah, man. But before we get to the tough love of the women part, I want to toss this in here real quick. Because I'm gonna hit this with the men, and then I'm gonna go to the women. But like the fellas, man, like y'all fellas, man, y'all got to like really accept the fact that your woman wants control. If you are a beta or if you are a man and you feel some tension in your household or you feel tug of war in your household, it is because your household is under attack. Mm-hmm. Y'all need to realize that shit. And the worst thing that you do when you know your household is under attack is to hide,
shelter in,
or run away or something. Like not just isolate yourself from society. Your goal is to actually do the opposite. And a lot of y'all ain't. I'm telling you, y'all are invincible. Like nothing is happening. Like nothing is being changed. Nothing is being affected because y'all are allowing the monster. You continue to feed the monster. Y'all are continuing to feed this monster. And it's only going to get worse until we stop feeding this monster. So y'all got to get y'all shit together, man, because I feel alone sometimes because a lot of it's sad when I can get with a group of guys and when I talk, men are amused of how I talk and how I talk around women. It shouldn't be like that. It should be common. This shit should be normal.
Right.
It should be normal. It should be normal for all men to talk the way that I talk around women with no fear in my heart when I say shit. Like that should be normal for a man. But it sadly is not. But that's my ending for the tough love for men part. Anybody else got anything but for the men?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. So let's hit the tough love for the women. We're gonna tackle that. I'm gonna let y'all start because I got some like out of the box shit that I need to say.
Well, you trying to set shit on fire, ain't you?
Yeah, it's gonna be, man. I'm finna go so far left on y'all. Y'all ain't gonna know where I'm finna come with this shit. If y'all come with it, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be shocked if y'all come with what I'm about to say.
You finna make me hit a beta mode over here. I'm finna boy, you finna set it on fire.
Man, dude, I promise you right now, once I start saying this shit, I'm about to say, I'm 100% sure women will not watch this part around their man. They're gonna turn that shit off. They'll turn that shit off.
I think you should lead it then.
Right.
For real.
Shit, we might need to finish elaborate off of
Shoot
your shit.
it. Like,
All right, cool. I'll start. Okay, me and my wife talk about this shit all the time because me and her have a great relationship, man. She's literally my fucking best friend. The crazy shit I said to her first. Real talk. So we have real dialogue about a lot of shit that will blow your fucking mind. People are amused of how we talk. So check it. I need women to stop doing this shit because a lot of y'all do it. A lot of y'all do it. I don't give a fuck who said. Trust me, I know some of y'all. I know it because I see it online. But check it. A lot of y'all women need to stop trying to hide the fact that y'all like women. Okay? It's a lot of women in relationship with men that ain't telling they dudes that they like women. Okay? This shit is starting to piss me off for real on a real man tilt to where I'm starting to discover situations and people in situations where you go give your man hell for naturally desiring a woman, but then behind the scenes, you over here with women. And you ain't and you won't even allow him to join in because you want to be in control. You want to have some sense of control somewhere because you lack the control in your household. So what you do is you get with another woman so you can feel some sense of control.
damn.
Y'all gotta stop that shit, bro. Like that shit is because I see it. And my wife know I see it because we in that life and we see it. I see the most ugliest things about women. It's a great that's the thing that a lot of women don't want that cat out of the bag to be known. And that cat out of the bag is men that are married that live this lifestyle. We see all the ugliness of women. We see the whole mindset of how women operate. It's like, dude, once you walk into this door of life, dude, you talking about what I told you about the California thing was a culture shock. No, that shit was a culture shock. It was a culture shock. Discovering how women really operate. It's like 9 in fucking day. It will blow your mind. I'm like, hold on. I use like Trish, damn. Like, damn, really? Like, that's she too? Yeah. What? Huh? Like, I remember one time she knew I was married, right? Already understood. Talked to we end up finding out this woman had a whole marriage and kids. And the way we found out is like we both met her at her job because she worked at a bar. So we went there. You know what I'm saying? We went, let's go check it out. Come to find out, the dude was the cook at the darn bar. So he came and talked to us. We didn't even know who he was. But I ended up doing research, find out, oh, you married? And I told like, why you just tell me you was married? I'm married. How you gonna lie to a married man and I'm married?
Right.
Like, she was like, I know, I'm sorry, but we separated. And I didn't want you to be discouraged because I knew what type of man you were and how you stood and how serious and how straight up you were. So that's another caveat that men gotta understand about women won't. That's why like my G when I knew you was talking about the women on us. Like even when you straight up with a lot of these chicks, that's why I'm gonna say chicks and not women. A lot of these chicks don't want that real. Cause trust me, I done give it to a lot of them. They all failed. They all failed. I want a man that's honest. No, they don't. I want a man that's straight up and I know what he's doing every day or every night. No, they don't. Because every woman know my blueprint from A to Z. And a lot of them will still fail that truthful test. Because they can't hold it. That's why I call out a lot of women when they say they want a man that's honest. No, you don't, because you can't be. I ain't met no woman on this planet that was always honest. I ain't met none. All of them lie. All of them do. All of them has lied. I know it because I see it. When you've seen the ugliest world and only the selective few see it, and I see it, I can tell y'all so many horror stories of shit that people will never know unless you know. You know what I'm saying? Of the shit that happens, but people just cover it up real good, and you will never fucking know. You'll never know. Men has been
I,
heartbroken walking in
yeah,
on their wife with another woman, and they had no fucking clue. No clue. And he's not, and most of the time they're not hurt because she was with another woman. They hurt because they didn't know that. They didn't tell them. That fucks up your ego when your woman can't even be submissive to you, but she's submissive to another woman.
that's deep.
Damn.
That's deep. You know how many women that I've talked to. I mean, even since school, that has been with other women. So that's something that you really hit on like big. And this is,
Right.
and the other ones that I've talked to, they probably just didn't tell me. So that's very big because I go back and I think when you started talking about that, I was like, damn, I know a lot of women that's done slept with a lot of women at least one time. At least one time they've done it. I mean, they got a story to tell, and then they might didn't like it, but they did it. So yeah, man, that you hit
But it's
something there for real.
crazy. Do y'all realize how crazy that is? She will get mad at you for doing the same shit that she's done.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
might even have, and you're naturally built this way. You are naturally
yeah.
built this way, and she will make you look stupid for being that way. And she does
Yeah.
it. That's crazy, man. Because it's the control, that jealousy, it's that control is sick. That's the one, the nastiest poisons that we got in our community, that a lot of our black women, they are so jealous that it's not even rational. Like, you mad at me about a female that we both like.
Yeah, for real. That's real right there. For real.
You
That's serious.
mad.
Man.
Right.
You mad, but we both want them. But you want control so bad that you're gonna be like, you know what? Nah. Some women is so bad that they will leave a man because he cheated and turn around and be in a relationship next with a woman. Tell me the comments. What's the sense of that? So you gonna leave a man because he like women and he slept with a woman, but you leave him to date a woman. Okay, help me out with this. So you're gonna break up a bond when you already had that mindset. You understand it. They get it. I talk to a lot of women that don't believe it and do believe it, and at the end of the day, they still say, I get it. They'll throw in a but, and the but don't make no sense. But all of them get it. All of them get it. That's why, like, I can't respect no beta male, because I'm like, I promise you don't know your woman 100%.
Nah.
Ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. It's crazy, man. Like, I tell women this and they laugh, but it's true. This is a scary fact. And I mean it's scary. It's a scary fact that more women squirt by messing with other women than they do with men. Why? Because a lot of women are scared to be their true selves around men. The only women that squirt with their man is a woman that has completely submit to that man.
Mm-hmm.
Find me a woman that ain't never squirted for her man. You find a woman that do not truly desire him in that way.
She ain't gonna wet them sheets. She ain't let herself go yet.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's some shit that a lot of men don't want to own up on. But they got to own that shit, because I call it out in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Let a woman come at me sideways. I'm be like, have you squirted with your man before? How many times? Because I promise you, a lot of them ain't.
And if you haven't, then you thinking about fucking somebody else.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Already.
That's right.
You ain't that
Ain't got
porn
nothing holding
fantasy
on
in
to
her
you, nothing
head.
special.
You ain't that porn
That's right.
fantasy
You
in her
said something
head.
there. You ain't that porn, and guess what? They hide that shit.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're not that porn fantasy. They hide if you ain't a true alpha male in your relationship, like you said, and you're a beta, you don't know your woman, because I've even experienced that women they watch porn just like we do too.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
watch porn and it's something that turns them on to the max. that they might not even open up to you, and you probably be shocked when you realize what the hell they turned on about. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
Heck
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy y'all saying that because in my head I'm starting to see it like, damn, this shit really that's true. Like
Yeah.
women in porn, they like the masculine man. In movies, they like the beta male. And man can be both of them.
Yeah.
You can be both. Everybody got testosterone and estrogen. It just
Yeah.
balances to it.
Yeah.
And you can
That's
know when to
why.
go in and go out.
Yeah. That's why women keep two men secretly. Like single women, this is why single women stay single and they don't want to talk about it. A lot of women that stay single is because they got two different men around. They got a beta and they got an alpha. They got one that
That's right.
spends time with them, that listen to them, and then they got one that knocks them down and makes them squirt.
Yep.
Yep. That's a fact.
Yep. True assessment.
That is a fact, there, bro. That is a fact, man.
That's why, like with
I mean, I'm
me,
starting to experience that.
yeah, yeah. That's why I'm telling you, I'm gonna give y'all some gems, man. Listen, that's why if you go do this poly thing, understand your main woman first. Understand does she have like dominant tendencies or submissive tendencies, or she can go either way. So then you know who to pick next.
That threesome
Don't
gonna tell
pick
it all.
right. Like don't if your woman want to dominate sometimes and you know you don't like being dominated, find you another one that's submissive.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because you got to understand who you're dealing with.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand what you're dealing with. But that's all I had to say, man. I just had to give y'all that information just in case, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't be knowing this shit, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of secrets and gems out there that guys need to learn. You know what I'm saying? That we're learning slowly, and some that we learn faster than others. But there's a lot of good gems out there, and that's one of them that you just hit. That's a gem. You know, and if guys don't understand that, they don't see that, and they don't understand that these women are messing with other women, and that these women watch porn. Just as they need to stop letting women talk about them because they watch porn. Women watch porn too, and women have fetishes too. Women have things that they like also. Women are just very smart in hiding those things and letting you know what they are. But if you're alpha in your house, again, as we keep saying this, she will let you know what that fetish is. She'll let you know what she like. And it might be another woman. Y'all might be doing threesomes for 25 years, 30 years. Who knows? We don't know. You know, you might be doing that because it's something that she like. But you ain't gonna never be able to find out if you're a beta because
Yeah.
you are constantly just thinking that you're the man of the house and thinking that you're controlling shit, but you don't control nothing. You don't control those feelings and those emotions that she wants to release with sometimes an alpha male.
True. Betas don't know how to be. They don't know how to like. They don't know how to be that demanding, or to the point where make her find your weak spot. Where are you willing to be weak at? You know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to do like if I don't really like small talk. Fucking hate. Well, I ain't gonna say I really don't. I hate small talk. But if a woman wanted me to do something, and that's my old lady, I choose where I'm gonna what would I give up? Okay. She want me to, I don't really like going shopping with women. I hate going shopping with women. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. So I'm keeping that. I'm standing firm on that. So that will probably be my thing. We can pillow talk a little bit about some dumb shit about at work. You feel what I'm saying? That'd be my thing. But you're right. A beta male give her, oh baby, you want to talk? I thought you go ahead. You can go ahead, baby. I know you're watching the game. Oh baby, fuck this game. You want to talk? Yeah, at work, Dan was interviewing. It kind of really made me, bitch. You gonna go on that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Not to call it out a woman, but just like no real woman gonna bring them problems to a man. You check that shit and keep that shit at work, and when you come at the house, you present yourself to me the way you left the fucking house. And I do you the same thing. I never come back to work telling you about some fucker that don't live here and the fake does and let shit ruin all day. Fuck that. Fuck, I'll get back to the job tomorrow. Baby, how you doing? How was your day? No, I don't give a fuck about your work. How was your day? How was your mental health, baby? And I want that same thing. Beta male ain't gonna ask for that. He hold his feelings down, or he'll show them, like he was saying, expose them motherfuckers too raw, too early, too hard. You gotta get that shit out. Like now, when I say that, I'm not saying don't express your emotions, but shit, calm down first.
Yeah.
Get your words together.
Yeah,
Show that you
man.
got some fucking composure. That's what a man is. And then you say,
Oh
"Babe,
yeah.
let me talk to you for a
Oh
second."
yeah.
And let her get out of line so you can remain a man. But you don't ever get out of line. Oh, fuck if you already know she about to do it.
Yeah.
As soon as you got, all right, see, all right, you know what?
That's it.
Let's go ahead and end
Yeah.
it. Like you started out early. Be ready to goddamn bitch. I'm at the table. Now I'm talking to you like you're anything else. Because now you're nothing special. I can find any bitch to go argue with right now.
Right.
On a woman. God damn it. That help bring something out of me. What you see in me when you assess me? Babe, I said you taking this shit bigger. What you see? Show me. Damn, you know what? You right. You feel me? She ain't trying to be no man for me. She trying to help me be the best man I can be.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I want. Until that, I ain't found no goddamn woman. Until I get that. And the beta male is making it okay because it's so many of these motherfuckers for a woman not to have to get to that level before she get to me.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
I need
They
you in
hindering
the
like a motherfucker, man. They are hindering like a
Just
motherfucker.
because you are second tier to me because I'm the house band, I band the house together, don't mean you don't have no very important role.
Yeah.
You handle a very important thing that I don't deal with. Women like, I gotta be a mother, I gotta be a cook, and a man, yes, I need to take up for her. Nigga, you gotta wear a couple hats too. Are you gonna wear all the hats? Man, wear man. If first of all, when him having that car is what attracted you, him having that house is what should have attracted you. That he's independent is what should have attracted you. He already wear enough fucking hats. The reason he got you there is so you could take some of them damn hats off his head. And the reason he picked you is because you qualified to be in those positions. It's a very fucking important position.
Yeah. Ooh, let me touch on that. Let me touch on what you just said.
Go ahead.
Because I forgot to even talk about this shit, to be honest with you. All right. What you just said is so important. Women got to get out of their brain that they're everything. You're not everything. That's the value of poly. If you look back at different kings, and man, that's why I love that show Marco Polo on Netflix. That dude had wives and he had concubines and his wife, his queen, the top one, she was a ride or die motherfucker. And all his concubines had skills. And that his women was the root of his power. You know what I'm saying? Because all of them had skills, things that was valuable to him, that made him the man and made him that strong. And that's what we're trying to get y'all to understand when it comes to the poly thing is, I know it's things my wife can't do, and I know she can't do, and I don't expect her to fucking do it. Nor am I going to pressure her to be somebody that she ain't. But so what I will do is I will find somebody that can meet that qualification that she's missing and let them fulfill that position in the shit that I need instead of pressuring my woman to do some shit I know she ain't good at. If I know my wife is not, if I know my wife is the nurturer, the lover, and she is not business savvy and she can't go to a crowd and seal a deal for me, then I'm not gonna force her to learn that position. I just find another woman that has that business savvy that know how to close the deal for me, and I let her focus on the kids and handle the kids portion of my life because I know she's great at that. I know she could cook good in a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect the other one to be a great cook because that's what my wife's for. I need her to be able to increase my revenue. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the positions, know your woman's skill set. Don't force nothing else, and find somebody else with that skill set that can complete everything all the way around. I just wanted to piggyback on what you were saying because that's very valuable what you said.
Yeah, we actually need to do a whole entire show on polygamy.
Yeah.
I would be up to come do that with y'all, bro. Sit on that one.
Yeah. Talk about the structure because we ain't even touched on the structure from V, triad, and stuff like the quad. Yeah, right. I'm probably gonna end up doing a show on the structure and the whole breakdown of that dynamic. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one day.
I would prefer the ancient culture where the woman would pick my next wife based on what we needed in the house.
Yeah, man. I tried that one time. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be all the way 100 with you, my brother. That was our system at the beginning, and I guess it depends on the person too, though. I'll say that because I ain't gonna lie. It's weird, but people thought that like my wife was going to be the strict one when it comes to who we want, and I would be like, oh, she got breasts and pussy. I'm in. But it was the opposite. Like I'm the one you have to fear. Cause I'm the one that's I'll cut you in a heartbeat. And she was more like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She'll look at the best of the person. Like she's very optimistic of a person. So when she'll look at the positive, like I'm scanning everything, and I'll be like, nah, that ain't it. Nah, that ain't it. So, like I said, I guess it depends on who you pick and how her what's her skill set. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I guess that factors in a lot because
That's good that y'all got there like that, because I've been thinking the same kind of way you thinking as far as not that I'm in a polygamy. I did the whole tried it, but I wasn't ready to do it when the chick wanted to do it, and I kept telling her that we weren't ready because we need to really focus on ourselves. But it ended up coming back to hurt her. But the way you let her try and you said you'll cut her off, you don't really care. I wouldn't. That's why I would have a woman do it, because you know what type of women I like. The woman that went and found the woman that she wanted to, but I realized that she wanted to do it, and I realized what you said earlier about women wanting to sleep with women. She never slept with a woman before, and she wanted to. That's what her whole thing was about. It wasn't about building a nation building the way I'm talking about
right,
doing. She just wanted to try that out real quick.
right.
I found that out during when we had our session. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I just watched y'all go the whole way, and I'm trying not to. I'm like, no, I don't think we need to do that yet. But so I know that the way women think polygamy work, it really don't. It's no different than still fucking your baby daddy.
Yeah, man. Like
And he got a girl. It's no different.
people think only sex based. They don't realize how hard it is to maintain two relationships at one time. Like they
It's
don't. I don't
actually
think they
easy.
take credit, huh?
It's actually easy. Like, I mean, easier for life, but it's hard. The only thing you're maintaining is people.
Yeah, the emotional part. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like for the man, I say for me, like for instance, like I got 2 daughters. Like the energy that I have to take to get them together versus my son is totally different. Like that's why I'm so glad I got 2 younger sons and
What
my
you mean for
daughters
your
are,
daughter?
huh?
I have a different experience,
Okay.
but
Go
I'm
ahead.
out boys, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, it
Hard, but I'm
how
a
old is
father,
she?
so
I
I get
guess that's the
clarity.
question. How old is she?
8. Well, she be 8 tomorrow.
Oh
Actually.
yeah, wait. Just keep just keep going.
No, well, see, here's the thing though. This
Uh-huh.
goes back to what we're talking about all together. You have to be what you want to be. Just because I'm not with her mother, don't mean I'm not a father.
No.
You feel me?
I'm
So
saying is like when she hit teenage stage. That's what
I'm
I'm
going there.
saying.
I'm getting there with you.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
getting there. All right, so to get her to listen, what is she gonna be so excited about? Because you were once a teenager.
Uh-huh.
What is she gonna be excited about? The same thing you were doing when you was in school. You had a lot of women when you was in school. I remember. I stayed out there in Mikey Walden with you. I see what you brought to that. You feel me? I had a lot of women in school. You feel me?
Yeah.
We did our thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
what was
right.
excited? What were they so excited? What kind of women did you date? Did they live in Mikey Walden?
Heck no. I did
Right.
it outside of Mikey Walden.
Outside of Mikey Walden.
Yeah,
So
I ain't
what did
never
they
bring
like
it
about
home.
you off the real? Oh, you live out there in Mikey Walden. They like the hood nigga.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So we
true.
use that to our advantage.
Yeah, you're right.
Feel
You're
me?
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right about
That's
that
why I said
shit.
you gotta date your kid first. That's why I talked
Yeah.
about that earlier. If you don't date them first, they don't know what they're getting into. So if you ain't prepared them for life, you can't be mad when they jump out the nest and don't fucking fly. You ain't showed them that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That
Your
is
son
true.
want to be you. You
Yeah,
ain't gotta
that's true
tell him.
too. That's so true.
Your daughter want to
Cause
find somebody like you,
that's true.
and she don't know you, so you got to show her you because shit your whole life you're hiding who you are from her because she ain't ready to see it. It's not that you're doing anything wrong, but when by the time she get old enough to see you walk around with your shirt off like that and you're sexy, you know what I'm saying? She got you. That's why you got to be the man. You got to dress up so she sees the man look good. You got to take her out on daddy-daughter dates, even when you
Yeah.
got boys, to show her she's special. You feel
True.
me? And you're
True.
not always gonna be second level sitting at the house with your mama when I leave out, worrying about the man that you love the most in your life leaving you and not really paying no attention. She get used to that shit. She get
True.
used to loving somebody staying at home waiting on her. You feel
True.
me? And
I
since we on
dig
the
it.
tough love for women, here's another thing for tough love for women. Ain't nothing wrong with you wanting to sit at home, be no man and wife, and let him take care of you. Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with that.
Yeah,
But
it
you
ain't.
need to
I
know how
agree
to
with
be
that.
a housewife and train yourself to fucking be one.
That's true.
And
That's
if
I
your mama
agree.
stayed in the projects, that's not a fucking housewife.
Nah. Nah.
So learn how to be a housewife, and that's some tough love. You want to be one, be that.
Yeah. That's facts. That's
And if
facts.
you want to pay halfway, you can find you a man that's independent, and you're gonna have to submit because he's gonna carry most of the bulk of. You don't. Okay, I want a man who make more than me, so I can tell him that, because he's gonna say in exchange what he want. And you want, and when you go to the store, they do the same goddamn thing. What you want got a price tag on it. When you get to the restaurant, y'all discuss the price tag, get the money, boom, same thing. And you're getting the value of being able to sit at the house and work your dream job, some little cat motherfucking litter shit that you got that grows 15,000 a year, and you get to live in some of the drive some of the best cars and live in nice houses and be able to do all that, but you don't know how to cook the man food.
Right.
You don't know how to do all this. It all go back to it. It's what we're advertising is, baby, look what I'm providing for you to come live in. Look the lifestyle that I'm providing for you.
Yeah.
You're advertising. You bought that. When you get to the restaurant, you better show the money.
Oh yeah.
But that's what we go back to the baby man. You got to say what you got to say. But when the man say what he want to say, women, you got to damn show be that or leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because all right now, I don't. If this work relationship that I'm trying to get in right now, if it don't work, there's no way in the fuck I'm offering anybody monogamy. I'm too close to being where I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm too close to the point where now I've been quiet. I've been humble. But when I get this ball in my hand, I'm not finna. No, I'm dancing in that song, Jack.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm
No
keep my
doubt.
dance.
No
And it might
doubt.
not be with one chick. It might be with. I know I got options. I get them all the time. I get offers
Yeah.
all the time. But once I go, I ain't going back. That's what I do now. That's how I do. But that's my tough love for women. I
I'm
ain't
gonna
really
have
got too
to
much. They
I'm
know
gonna have to get off
everything.
real quick.
Okay, do your thing, brother. We finna do final thought and close it out. So you good?
Yeah.
All right, Keith.
All right, my brother.
Oh, okay, go ahead then. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
he
go
got
ahead.
it.
We finna do the final thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna do the final thought. All
Oh,
right.
okay. Bet.
Yeah. I was right. Literally right at it, brother.
Go ahead and bust your final thoughts if you got it right.
Alexis
All right,
said, "Hey
that's cool.
y'all."
You good.
Hey, Alexis said, "Hey y'all."
Alexis.
What's up?
Yeah, me and her did
What's
something
going on,
Tuesday, man. We
Alexis
did our
got
damn
your
thing.
birthday coming up soon, huh?
No, she a November baby.
No, this is right. She's Scorpio, not Aries. I know she's a little feisty. I want one.
Yeah,
Scorpio.
she a feisty lady. Feisty lady. She said, hold on. She said something to y'all. Well, dang, I missed the whole thing. Yes, you did. Go back and watch the rest. It's gonna be some good shit. I'm gonna have your ass laughing. You gonna call me tonight. I already know you gonna call me tonight. She gonna snap on my ass tonight. Watch and see. Nigga, why you talk about all that? I already know she gonna cuss me out tonight. She gonna cuss me out. Watch and see. I have her phone on me. I'm gonna be up all night. But go ahead. What y'all want to do the final thought?
We
go
talked
further,
about a lot tonight. Yeah, we talked about a lot, man. I feel like final thoughts is deep, man, because we got into a lot of good things in the conversation, and then a lot of things we didn't get on that we probably gonna get on to another show. But I feel like the whole key of all of this is what you believe in. What is your morals? What is your character? Who you are? And by you finding out your purpose and who you are, you won't be a beta male. Women won't be able to change who they are trying to fit around a beta male. And the alphas, I hate to say it in this way, they'll rule again. They'll be on top again. They'll be able to be men of their household. They'll be able to control things the way they're supposed to. But at the same way, love, be submissive. Women will be submissive. I mean, and things will be different, man. Men just got to step up. We got to step up and get ourselves straight first. That's the whole key of it. Out of all the things that we said tonight, and from the men's side, and even the women that hear it and feel a certain type of way, the main thing is that a man, if you want to be called a man, you got to put yourself at a certain place where you can be that man. And you can bring in, we've gave plenty of examples tonight. You can bring in a woman into your household. She'll be submissive to you because she understands what you bring to the table. As long as we keep on doing what the world or doing what society is saying is right and teaching us from videos, music videos, from Instagram, all of this other thing that's going on, as long as our brothers keep watching that and believing that's the right way to go, and watching these guys, spend all this money on purses for their girlfriends, and the girls are saying that if a man can't buy you a purse like this, girl, you don't need to be with him. that's a beta male too. It don't matter how much money he got. He can be have $1 billion, but even to let his woman say that on social media about him, let you know that he's a beta male, because she's telling you that if he don't even buy me these things, girl, I don't even know if I'm gonna be with him. Y'all girls, y'all women, y'all need to do the same thing. You need to get a man that can do that. So at the end of the day, guys need to wake up. I'm really talking to the fellas, because women, they're already kind of finding their purpose. That's why they're getting degrees, and they independent, and they doing what they need to do. It's the men that are straying away and turning to something else. I ain't even gonna say men, I'm gonna say boys. And that's what a lot of women, when they watch this, that's what they're gonna say. How can I be submissive? How can I depend on a guy that came in our relationship and moved into my apartment with me, or moved in my house with me, using my car, riding around on my car, not holding down a good job. I'm helping him. We have to be the key. We have to start this off. We have to change the narrative. We have to teach our boys, especially when we got boys, we have to teach them how to be men. And once we do that, things will start changing. But right now, the mind state that I see so many of my brothers in right now, and I say I train guys all the time, and when I hear what they think and what they think is cool, and it's messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to rethink a lot of things. And I say this to my brothers too that's watching, that this don't happen overnight. All of us right now having this conversation, this didn't happen overnight. This came through trial and error. This came through a lot of pain. This came through a lot of, hard lessons that we had to learn, that we're finally getting to where we need to be. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, quit letting people, women, or whatever make you feel a certain type of way, because at the end of the day, a lot of these women are doing the same thing you brothers are doing. What you got to understand is that even when it comes to cheating or whatever it is, a lot of them are doing the same things. And that's another thing my brother hit on tonight about women loving women, liking women, and not telling you. What you got to understand, women are out here cheating too. They're not getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is that a woman knows that if she's cheating with a man, that man will never come to you and let you know, unless he's just a weak ass beta male. He'll never come to you and say, "Hey, I'm sleeping with your woman." Men just don't do that. Women do that. They're off of emotion. They feed off of emotion. So as soon as you have two women, they find out, hey, that woman's gonna call. She's gonna be blowing up the phone. She's gonna let her know. She's gonna be a messenger. She's gonna do all these things. So quit feeling guilty or feeling like you less of a man because of whatever you have done, because sometimes women are doing the same thing. It's just the point that you got to get to know who they are in the very beginning, like we talked about. Find out who they are in the beginning. Be who you are in the beginning. Stop hiding and not telling who you are. And that'll change a lot of things, man, in relationships, because you'll tend to find out that the same thing that you like and the same thing that you're trying to hide from her, she's into them same things, and then a lot of things will change in relationships, man. But that's my final thoughts.
Love it, love it, love it.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, man, go
No good
next,
final
brother.
thoughts. My final thoughts is a little bit for women, because men, as some men, we have to adjust. Sometimes we be too alpha, and we have to adjust to certain things, and we have to embrace a woman's individuality, and we got to see how that plays into our life. You feel what I'm saying? Her individuality is very important, because even if she can be the woman, do she really want to be? And nothing better than having somebody who want to be there. You know what I'm saying? So with women, you got to be able to keep your individuality, and how much of it do you want to keep? Because you're doing stuff now that you don't want to do. Like, you may be working a job, 2 or 3 jobs, until your situation gets straight. No man that you love you ain't gonna let you be off like that. So you're gonna lose that. So what do you want to gain when that goes away? Because that's when you'll really be who you are. When that goes away, and you need to know that, and you need to be able to show that to that man before you get there, or you're gonna be mad that you forget that you changed because he didn't know this about you. This is new to him, and now he seems like, oh well, he well, I do something. I always like this. I always love this, but he didn't never know that. So you got to be you. You can't be scared to have your individuality, because you're gonna want it. Once you don't show it, you're gonna want it. And this man had already made a decision that this is what's up. And for the fellas, man, just be the baddest motherfucking man you can be, bro. All that shit we talk, be that. Just be what we say we are. I'm a motherfucking grown ass man. Let's be every bit of that shit. Let's get to the point where we run our own business. Let's get to the point where we got a family business where we can hire our children for $12,000. Give them $12,000 a year and write them off on taxes and get all of it back. And invest the whole, how many other kids you got, invest it all into it for business in the future. Let's get back to that. And talking to each other in these cigar bars, talking about stocks and stuff. If you ain't with that, go to the crowd where they talking about sports. They ain't gonna be in that cigar bar. Let's get back to talking about real stuff, bro. I remember what's the dude? We used to read a lot in the 90s. He used to talk about books. Behold, the Pale White Horse by William Cooper. Bill Cooper, right? Bill Cooper actually said in the interview, he said, and you should see the look on his face because it's normal to us now. What our brothers talk about when we're around them. He's like, man, I got a friend, and the only thing that he's concerned about is who plays baseball for the Dodgers. That's the only thing. Who plays first base for the Dodgers? That's the only thing he cares about. Is who he knows who plays first base, second base, third base, who's pitching, who's the relief pitcher, who's back up. He knows all that. Don't know nothing else, but he know that. That's it. He says they're giving athletes $1 million to play a position, just one. Now you think about the number today, but he's saying $1 million. One. Now this same man is judging his peers when he goes to the places he go to get information. Because that's our real news. We go around other people because y'all been in other places I ain't been. We come talk about we seen that day or what you got because those your people. Y'all gotta stay in the same social circle. Oh, this making money, so you stay around that. But he pointed that out. And I said, think the same thing that we pointed it out. Men ain't talking about anything but either being a victim or something that don't matter to us, but not how to be better men. Because if we be better men, we'll attract better women. And we won't have to have the beta male conversation. I won't have to tell you I won't even have to tell you who he is. When you see me and you see how I move, you'll know that. And the sexual part comes, that's anybody can give you an orgasm. You just got to be into him. Period. And you're not going to be into a beta male. He's going to do everything you want except please you. Because y'all got the same fucking energy. Because he haven't really tapped in his power to know he's unlimited. He's not limited, bro. He ain't limited. Ain't nothing stopping you from being you. And the only thing we need to is encourage each other to quit saying, man, I'm stunting on these niggas. Curse. Stunting with these niggas. Hey, bro, I'm moving on up, boy, in the upper class of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Where they at? Because now you bigging everybody up. Because your little $1,000, $1,400 you want to flex, that's good for your little stimulus check. With somebody just made that. Like, before he started clicking his mouse and then went to the bathroom and came back and done made that little money. And he had to wait for no stimulus. We got to have better conversations when we're around each other about bigging each other up so we can get something out of each other and stop hanging around people who don't got nothing to offer you mentally. That's my final thought for men and women individually. Together, goddamn, be cohesive. Be what you said you would be when you signed up for it. If you advertise a boss, be that. That's what she wanted. And if women, if you advertise yourself as submissive, be that because that's what he wanted. If you don't see yourself being that, don't even wreck nobody's life in your own. Period. Let it go.
Facts. That's facts.
And that's my final thought.
That's facts. I'm going to be direct and sweet and straight to the point. If you go into a relationship or a marriage and expect your woman to take care of any of your bills, you already done fucked up. You already done fucked up. You fucked up. Mm-hmm. If you expect when you come in your marriage or relationship that your woman go take care of this bill and that bill, you already fucked up. It's a wrap. It's a wrap in so many ways. It's a wrap in the fact that, for one, your ass don't even think or suggest another woman to be in the picture. You already disqualified. You already disqualified. If you think, oh, you want to be man? Okay, so you gonna have me take care of you on some of these bills, but then in order to be with another woman, guess what else is being spent? Money and time, right? So if you can't take care of home, if you can't take care of all them bills at home and handle it, your woman shouldn't even be worrying about a bill. Your woman need to be worrying about how to make you happy. But if you gave your woman financial responsibilities, then you fucked up.
Right.
Don't ask for nobody else, nigga. Stick with just her. You can't manage to be with nobody else. Even if that's your nature, you will have to just bite that bullet. That's why I encourage men to step your game up. If you want to be that boss and you want to have these demands and talk that talk, have your shit together. Take the rest of the stress away from her. You know what I'm saying? That's the most sexiest thing to do is to make sure your woman is comfortable. If she comfortable, that's sexy. My wife ain't never had to worry about a goddamn bill. If I ask my wife what bill is due and when, she don't know. she don't she don't know. That's when you can demand stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's when you can talk. But see, we ask for stuff and demand stuff, like Anthony said earlier, and you ain't achieved them other check marks. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk big boss shit and you picking up pennies. Don't pick up pennies and talk big boss shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't check my bank account to probably once every 2 weeks. So I money there. I ain't checking it every hour every day because I got it. I ain't hurting on nothing. If I want to, I can drop 3 to 6 months of any payment ahead of time. I just choose not to do it. But that's because I can demand stuff like have this later, have that later, because I have established stability in my household as a man, because I understand that's the only way I am deemed a man. If my household ain't stable, I ain't no man. So, fellas, get on your shit, get on your grind, handle your business. Because guess what? Women will think twice about arguing with you or challenging your position of having another woman if you create complete stability. But when you complete that, when you establish that stability, you still gotta be real and honest on your shit. Because guess what? If you put them two things in place, stability and lack of wonder, where she ain't got to wonder about shit. Ain't no women, she might argue one day. She might get in her feelings one day, but she ain't gonna fucking leave. I promise you she ain't gonna leave. She is not gonna leave. She might get mad, pout, might lay on the couch. She might do all those things, but she ain't gonna fucking leave. I promise you. Because you have presented that one word, power. And that's my final thought. Anybody got else to say? Because that was it right there for me. I'm dropping the mic after that part.
I mean, on a positive note, we gotta do a better job of loving each other. When you love somebody, ain't nothing you wouldn't do for them. So like, just find somebody to love you and love them too, man. Like, and when they don't do it for you, then you know they don't love you. So
yeah, if you sacrifice your all for your lady and you put her in a position of taking all that load, you demonstrating that complete love. You are fully invested in her in every way. You know what I'm saying? That speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying?
In the so-called conscious community, right? So I see a lot of polygamy, right? And it's not advertised correctly to me. They have slaves, if you ask me.
Yeah.
They women don't live with each other. You know what I'm saying? She waiting on you, laid up with some other woman at another house, and she just waiting on you to just show up. And that's just what I've seen from.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of, I call those swingers or quote unquote open relationships. That's not poly at all.
No, I mean, I'm saying I made the statement that it's misrepresented.
Yeah.
For me, I could, when I studied on it.
Yeah.
So I finally studied on it, and I looked and I seen how, and I actually seen what I could do. I was like, I could do that.
Right.
I could have a woman putting positions in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like not really ranking, but kind of it is ranking. Everything has a ranking, but everybody got a powerful position. Everybody got a point to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, that if there's no purpose for you to be there except sex, I mean that's gonna get old for anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even with a bad one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta like kind of mean something. Like, I tell women always ask me, what you one of them conscious dude, what's your take on polygamy? I'm open to it. They never ask me what my take on monogamy is though. It's just got to be open, and you're okay. Well, what's your take on monogamy? I'm open to that too. Well, what's the difference? Can you hold all them hats that I'm gonna ask you to hold?
Yeah.
And
That's
the ones
you.
you can't, I'm gonna ask how much of a burden is it on me? Because I do got options. And if I don't got options, I'll better myself to get better options.
Yeah.
So we just gotta learn how to love each other and respect people, man. Respect people's decisions. We be mad when people don't like agree with us. I asked a chick one time, like, hey, how you feel about threesome? Oh, you want that? You know what? You're right. I should have went ahead and just slept with 2 women. Just and left you out of the whole equation. You absolutely correct. You see how dumb that is? I'm not gonna feel bad because I like what I like. You can simply tell me no. I got it. Okay, well she ain't with it. I guess I ain't gonna have it. I make
Yeah.
that own decision. You don't make that for me. Try to make me feel bad because I wanted it.
Right. I dig
And
it.
people say, well, what would you do if she asked for it? I tell her no.
Right.
She asked me again and she really wanted it. Let me get the fuck out your way.
Right.
And it's simple as that. We just gotta love each other and respect each other. And
True.
don't that way I can't talk to you if you want to allow me to talk to you. If I feel like I'm gonna talk to you and you're gonna shut your damn mouth or cuss me out or make me feel some kind of way about coming to talk to you, we're not gonna have a good conversation. I would never
True.
got on this show. I feel like y'all gonna cuss me out and talk bad to me.
Yeah.
I never
True
got
that.
on here. And the same thing in relationship. People will respect their boss who they don't know and come home and cuss their fucking husband and wife the fuck out.
Yeah.
Respect
Fact.
their boss. Oh, I wanted to cuss his ass out. But you had no problem doing that when you came home and your food was cold. You came home and she ain't started cooking yet. Or
Yeah.
you came home and he ain't finished the kids homework and stuff. He got caught up on the phone talking about sports or whatever the fuck he like to talk about. And you're upset, but you didn't find it for your boss. Well, that's what pay the bills. It's what keep your house together. For
Yeah.
you to run off like that, so you don't have to have no daycare. We just gotta learn how to love and respect each other's time. I think when we do that, everything else will fall back in place. Respect everybody's individuality. If you don't want a woman who's a boss just like you is, don't fucking take her out of that position because she ain't gonna do nothing but what her heart desire. And that's
Yeah.
what be a boss.
Yeah.
So if you don't want a boss, get the fuck out the way and I want one. I want me and her boss up. I want to talk shit to her. I ain't probably bigger than yours. Fuck you talking about? I want to come out and tell me the new business she started today
Right.
and what she got popping. I want that. Some men don't want that because they insecure. I want to know ain't nothing stopping you from leaving me financially, except the fact that you love me. That's the only thing I want holding your ass here. Period. Some men don't want to walk on that, no nothing like that. So they get the superficial, and then they get heartbroken because they believe the lie that they allowed themselves to believe. They poured syrup on shit and told themselves it was pancake and got mad when they ate it. But you
No
knew what
doubt.
was under there, or you didn't know what was under there, and you still ate it with confidence. Don't got time. You just gotta learn to love each other, man. Just be real and be clear and be honest. All the stuff we talked about today, just say what you want.
Right.
Allow the other person to say they ain't gonna give it to you. Let them think about it. It's what pressure for. Pressure busts pipes, so it make diamonds. They're gonna run away or they're gonna give you the shiny jewel that you're looking for. One of the two. You can't be scared of the answer. Until you're truly ready to say fuck your fear, you're not alive. You're a dead ass. And a lot of people are dead. I've been in so many relationships and I got out of so many relationships. And I do it again and over again until this shit work.
Yeah.
Period. Can't be scared.
Hey. Hey man, we about to get off this joint, son.
Absolutely.
I know kids probably got stuff to do. I'm about to hit this gym up. But hey man, let's get at it. It's been a great conversation, man. I enjoyed the talk, fellas. Man, we gotta do it again. We gotta do it again.
I
We gotta
appreciate
do
the
this
invite, bro.
again.
It's the first time I did this.
Hey, no doubt. But hey man, I'm trying to make new shit happen, man. Create new avenues for us, man. I'm definitely doing that. So let's just keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. Let's start spreading the word. Start finding other like men to get on here on this platform and we chop it up. Cause this is what the platform
Absolutely.
for. It's for men. So let's have that talk. Let's have these talks. But
Absolutely.
other than that, man, hey man, y'all have a blessed one, man, and y'all hold it down. All right.
Too.
You
All right,
saying, bro,
man.
good to see y'all, man.
Hey,
All right,
same
man. Good
here.
talking
Hey,
y'all
man, y'all
too,
still look young, baby. Hey, we still out here.
man.
I still like I've been in high school, man. I weigh 170 pounds.
Hey, man, shit, we keep ourselves together. Shit, that's
That's
what's
right.
going. Keep ourselves together. Hey, like I said, man, get it in. But hey, later, fellas.
All
All
right,
right.
man.
And
Bye,
I
Lexus.
and I'll be talking to you in a few minutes, Lexus, because I know you're gonna call me. Bye.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Later.